are back for another episode of Let's Chat Podcast. I'm your host,
we're
Jim.
rolling, we're rolling.
Tom, we're rolling. Come on,
we're
bro.
rolling. I didn't realise.
Tom
Right.
munching on his minstrels.
We're on air.
Tom munching on his minstrels. Right, I'll lower that down a bit. Yeah, that's about right, innit?
They're not minstrels, they're minstrels.
Minstrels. So yeah, we're back, episode 7. We're munching on some minstrels. Drinking a cup of tea.
Minstrels, not just minstrels, counters. They're
Yeah,
like minstrels without
Tom's
the...
brought loads of chocolate with him. In fact, this may be annoying to people listening, but fuck it. There's some good stuff.
Still no Chris?
No.
No.
How's you doing? How's
He's
life?
doing fine, yeah. He's just getting to grips with 2 children.
Yeah.
Not easy.
How old's his boy? 'Cause he's got a little boy as well, haven't he?
Yeah, his little boy's 3. So he's at the age where he's
He said he's not quite taken to having a little sister.
No, I think he's finding it quite hard to adjust, but he is adjusting.
Do they involve him in, because they say, don't they, when you've got a child which is not quite adapting, to involve them in daily tasks like help feed the baby. Well, it depends how old they are, obviously. But
Yeah, you
ramming a hot ball in their
should I
face.
going out?
But they tend to do it. They kind of involve him in things. Are they doing that?
Yeah, I think he's still becoming that. It's just a culture change for him, isn't it? It's like, never had his brother or sister, never has to share anything, but they're getting there.
Who's this fucker taking over the limelight?
Exactly, yeah. He's like, these toys were mine.
So what's happening then, boys?
Not much. It's been... I was just saying to Steve before this started, I watched The Warriors last night, or the night before.
Yeah, classic
Great
film.
film.
Walter Hill. Comic book style film, wasn't it? The
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah, because he's like comic strip type
That's right,
thing
yeah.
when they go into each segment.
So was
wasn't
that the remake? You know, because there's 2 versions. The one I saw...
Yeah,
never had the
obviously,
comic
well,
book.
I mean, because of like modern technologies, they were able to achieve Walter Hill's vision of it, kind of having like the transitions were like it'd be like a comic book, so it'd be like a picture in a comic book, and then it transitioned into the
Yeah.
actual real scene. So that's like the later edition, that is, which they put that in.
Yeah, 'cause
I think I'm right anyway.
No,
Maybe
you are. 'cause
talking
I've
out my
seen
ass.
both. No, you're right. I have
Which is
seen
cool,
both.
you know. It's cool. It's similar like with Star Wars. With Star Wars, there's a lot of things. The argument is they overdone it with the originals, where they went back and added VFX.
Was it
and stuff.
originally like a comic book?
Well, The Warriors.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
I'll have a look now. But,
That's a brilliant film. That is.
great film. I was saying to Steve, it's one of those films, you know, in some respects, yes, it aged quite badly. But in other respects, it really stands out. Like the plot of the
Yeah.
film, it really stands out and it's...
Can you dig it?
But like I said, the gangs there today, they'll get fucked up. Even by the youths of today, they'll just fuck them up.
Hey, Daddy-O, what are you doing? Shit in the neck.
They'll just see him dressed up as a mime artist coming towards them with
Yeah.
invisible bats, and they'll just go, fuck off.
A couple of issues with the film, right?
Yeah.
So you know those guys, what are they called? The Baseball Furies or something? Is that their name? For a band who specialise in baseball bats, they're freaking awful with a baseball bat, aren't they?
Well, good point. I mean,
They do, don't they? Because they like everything is about their baseball bat, and the Warriors just come and batter them, don't they?
I suppose it's, you know, if they were good with the bats, the Warriors would have lasted like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but
They would have been killed, you know.
but yes, and yeah, of course they can't just bat the crap out of them, otherwise the film would be awful, wouldn't it? But I was just watching it. As I said,
That's what I enjoy about those films. They just don't give a fuck, do they?
oh
They're
yeah,
kinda
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I know this doesn't make much sense, but we're going to do it anyway. But that's
So-
most films, isn't there? There's
Well,
always
yeah.
a flaw in the storytelling in order to make the film work. You know, if it was true to life,
Yeah.
most films would be over in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, of course, yeah.
You know,
There's a
like
haunted
Jaws,
house.
the first, Jaws, the first killing, I would have just moved.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, you would,
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
you?
you're just sheriff of the Coast
Don't
Guard.
matter. Big fish can eat you. I'll be fucking god.
It's like Die Hard as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
In reality, they would just pin him down and just like blow the shit out of him.
Yeah. What about the new film Meg then? Talking about sharks.
Meg.
Jason Statham. What?
What's that? I missed this.
Oh, a 70-foot megalodon shark.
Oh, really?
Jason Statham battles with it.
He's coming to the rescue
Oh, right. Oh.
with his
And he's
chiseled
not
chin.
happy.
What's your thoughts on Jason Statham?
Jason
Jason Statham.
he's all right. I don't mind him.
He is what he is.
Yeah.
I think the best film I've seen him was Crank.
I think he's a modern day 80s sort of like cheesy action hero.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think that's why
maybe,
he was in the Expendables.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who would you compare him to then, like from the 80s?
Probably more like a Slice Stallone, maybe.
Do you reckon?
With a lack of muscle. But he could probably beat Slice Stallone up.
Well, yeah, I think he could now.
He's a tough bloke, though, isn't
I
he?
think Gravity could beat a fucking Slice Stallone, to be honest.
But the thing is, with Jason, he has got a martial arts background.
Yeah, he has,
Which-
hasn't he? Yeah.
Which was good, because I didn't know that. Because I seen him in Lock, Stock, Smoke and Barrel. And
Snatch.
And Snatch.
Yeah, yeah.
He's in both of those
Was
films.
he in both, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
He's there, mate. And
you say-
you just don't see no sign of him.
Yeah.
He didn't act as a fighter. He didn't play a fighter or gangster or
No.
nothing like that. He just played like a scared promoter type
Yeah.
of thing.
I
So
can
you
see him
never
as like a Chuck Norris strokes Clint Eastwood-y, but obviously British. You know, I can see him doing the. I mean, if he could perfect the American accent, maybe like a Dirty Harry, if they ever decided to
Yeah.
redo Dirty Harry or
I
whatever.
think he's just got too much of a strong English
Yeah,
accent.
Do you reckon you just can't get that?
He's like Sean Connery speaking Russian
Yeah.
and
Hello.
Scottish accent, or being an Irishman and speaking in an Irish accent.
Watching the Welsh accents. You see Welsh accents in films?
I remember Tom
Twin
Hardy's
Town.
film. Tom Hardy done a decent Welsh accent.
Oh, what was that film called? Drive or something? No.
Yeah, I didn't watch all of it. I got a bit bored, to be honest. But yeah, he does a good. You know, I struggle with Tom Hardy at times though, with his accents.
That's when he's driving to like a hospital,
That's right. Yeah, and
the
he's on
mistress.
his, yeah.
He's like
And you're a salesman or something like that.
is he a salesman or like
It's like a business
building
guy.
engineering or something like that?
Something like that. I don't mind Tom Hardy. I struggle sometimes with his. I mean, the worst I heard him is when he played Bane. I just couldn't get it. It sounded like,
I like that film.
Is it Kenneth Williams off Carry On? The Carry On films? No, Batman. And I was like, no, I'm not digging that.
A lot of people, we've had this discussion before. You didn't like him in, what was that film? Leonardo DiCaprio when he gets absolutely battered by a bear.
He was all right.
Revenant.
The Revenant.
Yeah, no, I didn't mind him in that. He does play a good role. He really gets into the role.
To be honest, I didn't know he was in that film until the end of the credits.
There you go.
Yeah.
That just shows how good a job he did.
But
But
he just had a beard on and I just didn't
Yeah.
bother the place.
And no hair, didn't he?
Well,
He's
Southern
playing Al Capone
accent,
now, isn't he?
well,
Yeah, he's playing Al Capone, yeah. That'll be an interesting film.
You had to put on a Chicago accent.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got some vocal linguistic genius behind him. He's probably
Yeah.
mixing up and doing like his Cockney accent.
So when are they going to get Kevin Costner to play Elliot Ness again?
Do you reckon? Yeah,
Because he took down
that's right.
Al Capone.
In honour of Chris, I got an interesting fact about Chicago.
Hit us with it.
Go on, Chris loves his facts, as do I. Do you know why they call it the Windy City?
Because of the
When
wind.
was fighting?
No.
Oh no, hang on. Oh no, go on. That's too much time wasted there.
Go on, you got a little more time while I'm drinking my tea.
Because of the wind tunnels.
Is
No.
it because of high buildings and the wind just carries
No, it's
through
something to
it?
do with politicians. Because they say the politicians talk so much crap there, so they called it the Windy City.
Oh right, well that makes a
Yeah.
lot of fucking sense.
And supposedly, Jack the Ripper, there was a guy, I can't remember what his name now, I'll find out his name. They reckon Jack the Ripper actually emigrated, there's a line of thought, to Chicago, yeah. Yeah.
They did a lot of that kind of theorizing who Jack the Ripper was. A lot of it was like royalty, you know,
or just I don't know.
something linked with the royal family. I think because they
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
explain it. I reckon it was just some guy who just got away with
But
it.
not only that, they think it's a number of people who want
Yeah,
just
yeah.
one.
It just goes so-
because you get
it just-
you get copycats like with Peter Sutcliffe.
That's right, yeah,
When
yeah.
he's like sending tapes and letters, you had other people
Yeah.
pretending to be Peter Sutcliffe,
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
they're doing this and that. I was like,
Yeah.
why?
I just think sometimes, we have these big cases, big murder cases. We haven't got a clue what it is, so we start making up this
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
And when usually it just could be some fucking random guy going around.
Well, yeah. Well, the guy was H.H. Holmes. He was the guy who basically made a purpose-built hotel to murder people.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah,
Yeah. Really interesting story, yeah.
Because
Did you get away with it? No?
Yeah, he did. I think he did, yeah.
no, I think he got caught.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, because
So what did he do, what?
I
He-
think his wife was involved, and
There was something, because he used to marry people. There was a program, what I know a bit about it, there was a program on called An American Ripper in London. And a guy who is related to this H.H. Holmes basically wanted to prove that he was Jack the Ripper. So they started finding out loads about him and stuff.
Because he had loads of like passageways and all that, didn't he? Like a big basement shoot type thing. Just
Yeah.
So he would literally have people stay there and he would kill them.
Kill 'em
I
and
mean,
rob 'em,
what?
yeah.
Would he kill everybody or just the odd few every
No, I
now and
don't
then?
know.
Because
They
I mean,
reckon-
you started asking
well,
questions.
he'd have like trapdoors in the rooms.
Yeah,
like
that's
he
what
like
Steve.
they'll go on beds and that, and then the bed would just slide into like the basement, and you just go down there and chop them up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
but I mean, after like 2 or 3, you're going to start asking questions.
No, because there was a lot in those days. There was a lot of people going in and out of Chicago
Yeah.
for like work and that. And he was
More like a B&B type of thing, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, right.
and I think he was quite close to the docks as well.
So you can just
people
chuck the bodies out.
no, just kill them. And this with docks, there's so many people who jump aboard, jump ship and stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
And
All right, yeah,
it's
I
so
suppose.
easy. But anyway, they reckon he killed like hundreds of people. Well, they don't actually know how many people he killed. So anyway,
Wow.
interesting
If there's a
fact.
formula that works,
Yeah.
why change it? Oh, God. Well, what about this Syria thing, boys? We're going to touch on this. It's a hefty one, though. I don't think I've got the energy for it. Yeah. All I know is I'm shitting my fucking pants. You know, you've got these warmongering fucks.
Well, I bought myself a Factor 1 million just in case a blast comes this way.
White in helmet.
Yeah.
Digging Anderson shouting in the garden.
Get my leg
scary,
pinked
man.
out.
I'm just trying to look up now some, like Trump's language, which he uses, is just fucking ridiculous. What is it? We're ready to lock and load.
Yeah, that's just typical American sayings, isn't it?
And you got Putin now saying, here we go, this is just in. In a phone conversation with Iran's president, the Russian leader says any further strikes in Syria would be problematic. Fucking hell, boys, this could really kick off. And that's not an understatement either.
They target factories, so, or like where they fake chemicals. There's no proof that there's any chemical ties. It's just alleged at the moment.
Because you got a lot
Nothing's proven.
I kind of wish Chris was here. Like maybe he'd know about a thing or two about it. But there's a lot of conspiracies now.
But it's sad. He's just a tyrant himself. Like,
Yeah.
Well, the Russians basically said it was the British who orchestrated. It was a false flag operation.
This is the
wasn't it?
thing, yeah. I mean, I'm watching these things now. Again, a lot of it could be just it seems to be fabricated nonsense.
Yeah.
But if there's some, I'm saying that I don't know. I mean, could
start all these?
it's fucked up,
know?
man. Because do you know what? I'm not a major conspiracy theorist, but I don't trust our government as far as I can throw them.
No,
and I
they've got
think governments,
agendas, haven't they?
I think governments are fucking cunts, and I mean literal, not just they're gonna cut fucking social services or whatever. I mean literal, like will do
Murders
anything to
Oh,
stay
yeah.
and sustain power.
Well, there's I was reading somewhere that there's only a few countries in the world that don't have certain banking systems there, and I think that Syria's one of them. They're not in any sort of debt to the International Monetary Fund. So there's this theory that basically it's the Rothschild who are orchestrating this, and basically all the governments are doing.
right.
Because Assad, he's basically like, oh, no, we're not having any involvement with international banking and stuff like that. And North Korea's another one, interestingly. So
So do you reckon it's something to do with that?
Well,
then?
there's always profit, and they always.
well, yeah, there's a lot of profit.
Well,
in war as
so
well, isn't
what
there?
about the videos then we see of those poor kids
Oh, yeah.
that seem to have been victims in the chemical attacks?
That's for to get the emotions back at home, like oh.
But do you think is it legit? Are we saying
Well,
is it a
they probably
possibility?
are.
It's fake?
apparently during like 2011, I think the stuff started in
Syria, was it?
Syria type of thing. I think 9,000 kids have been killed.
Jesus,
That's
it's
sickening.
crazy, isn't it?
Well, then it can't. I mean, if that's a false flag, that's sick as fuck. So we believe
Yeah.
it. Do we? What are we thinking that Assad has nothing to do with it, or
Well, they are. There's a war at the minute.
It was a civil war, yeah.
Yeah, which is still
Yeah.
going on. So they are fighting, but I think the problem is,
It's just we butt in.
yeah, like I think the West backs the rebels, don't they? Because they want to.
You
Kurds
can't
and
you
that.
can't fight yourself because we'll blow you up.
It's
Stay out of
scary,
it.
scary. And the thing is, ultimately, you've got these people making decisions, and it's people like me and you, us guys, like can walk into the shop to get some milk who get blown up, isn't it? It's the
Yeah, it
poor
must be
kids going to
terrifying,
school who
yeah.
get blown up on a bus, and it's not these people who make the decisions.
That's it. It's
they're-
innocent.
Yeah.
It's just it's innocent.
because you got Russia towing the line. The same line is what they did with the nerve agent. That this is false flag. This is your own government doing it. I mean, that's a hell of a fucking
Statement.
claim to make.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's a
in
hell
the
of a
paper
claim to
today,
make.
they're saying with our guy who's just recovering now
Sergey.
from
His name was
the
Sergey?
Sergey.
Sergey.
the virus. Done about the person who done it. Supposed to have done that guy in a suitcase.
Wow. Oh, Gareth Williams.
Yeah.
It's
They're bringing
mad.
our investigation
It's
back
mad.
into it. And apparently that's Sergey, whatever his name is. Sorry.
Sergey. I think it was Sergey. We could all
Say
be
Sergey.
wrong.
I was just
Yeah,
thinking
we'll
that
just say
meerkat
Sergey.
fucking guy.
Sergey.
Sergey.
Market.com.
Simples.
But the thing is, what we got to remember is propaganda. You know, we're only hearing a very one-sided version of events, aren't we?
I'm
Like-
just scared to open doors now.
Yeah. Wearing gloves everywhere. Cost me a fortune.
The thing is, though, is what strikes me though as worrying is how quick this government reacts. Like, I know you could argue the case that it's innocent people being killed. I get that. I understand that. But how quick over the nerve agent, over this, they are so quick, it seems, to push on with some type of conflict.
And
And I think, and it's the same as the nerve agent in our public streets. It's the same as killing innocent children.
But the thing is,
in order to stop things like that, we need to know exactly what the fuck is going on.
I think it's because of social media. Everything gets out so fast.
Yeah.
They don't really have time to think anymore.
Yeah, but that's it. But before, because now there's a group going in, I can't remember who they are, but they're going in
because they
to
can't
assess the
think behind
situation.
because it's already out there, and that's it makes it harder for decisions. So they're like some spontaneous.
No, but this
trying to
thing,
make
they've got a
decision.
group going in now, haven't they, to assess the
Yeah.
damage to see if it was a chemical weapons attack. Well, what's the fucking point
Yeah,
if you
you've blown that
just
out.
blew
Yeah.
up all their fucking potential chemical weaponry?
But they
I
know
don't- it's
yeah,
like,
but-
well, shouldn't they have waited and
the-
then you
but
can
the thing
go
is-
to the rest of the world? We've seen the evidence. We've proven it was. Boom.
Yeah, but they know that you've used it before.
Well, that's the thing, though, isn't it? So why go for evidence again? then?
And because there's bouncers, and they think you use it again.
But isn't it nuts how everyone's jumping on Jeremy Corbyn? Because he's kind of like,
He's the level-headed one,
he's
isn't
the
he?
level-headed one. He's like, what, should we just wait?
But it's easy to turn it around to make him look like a right pussy.
Yeah, it is. Because they're just kind of like, oh, he's, you know.
But that's again what Ratty just said then about why like it happened before, right? Well, they apparently blew up all their chemical weapons. They had nothing. In fact, there was a recent investigation, and Russia even said there's no more chemical weapons in Syria. Now,
There's none, did you say?
no.
I
This
did.
this is exactly what Russia said. There is no chemical weapons.
weapons.
So, with that said, I would have gone to Syria, done an investigation, and
Yeah,
proved
yeah.
there is actually. So you're a liar. But instead, they blew up potentially the evidence for it.
But they would argue they're blowing it up so like they couldn't use it again, wouldn't they? That's what they would say. They go, oh yeah, if we blow it
well,
up.
I know
then-
be funny. I just think with tensions high, I think it's more important to prove.
Yeah, of course it
to
is, yeah,
prove
yeah.
the point
Yeah.
rather than just reacting.
Because ultimately, again, there's going to be innocent people. If you're blowing up anything, you run the risk there's some innocent guys freaking delivering papers here or delivering.
Well, thankfully,
milk
nobody
in there,
was.
you know,
Nobody was killed, and particularly
Well,
no
6
Russians
people
were killed.
weren't they?
Were they?
Yeah, 6 people were killed in the strikes, but I don't know.
What were their nationalities?
I think they were. Oh, I'll have a look now. I think they were Syrian though. But
Because if they were Russians, I mean, fuck me, we'd have a.
yeah, nah. If they were Russians, we would have known about now. Wouldn't
Yeah,
we?
you'd been fucking near the air raids by now.
But it's just sad, isn't it? It's just a sad world, and you know they constantly jump on Jeremy Corbyn, and all he's saying is, let's just freaking find out what happened first, and
It's
then
so easy to paint
sort it
Corbyn as a
out.
pussy, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
so
it is,
easy.
yeah.
You're just one of those pussies, bro.
And like, if someone's like, you know, it just doesn't make any sense if someone's like, right, let's figure out what we're doing before we go and freaking kill people.
Yeah.
Like, that's common sense, isn't it?
But I just think it's so important to see a process through. See, even if somebody, like I said, who's like, okay, you know, Saddam Hussein as well, fucking tyrants, evil bastards.
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
still need to prove, you know, whatever the accusations are true or not.
You can't just go around killing people.
No, you
'cause
can't. You
ultimately
can't
then
go-
We're
even-
as bad as them, aren't we?
But let's say there's some guy at the road who's murdered somebody, right? And then somebody ends up dead on the floor. Yes, obviously you question that guy and you would investigate.
of
You
course,
can't just
yeah.
go burn his house down and kill him.
yeah.
Well, it looked like you'd do it.
No, you're right.
Because
you're right.
then what happens then? You could have another killer on the street, which
Yeah,
you've
like
not
we said.
captured. You've not investigated it.
And he's free to run
And
around
he's running
murdering
around
people.
fucking murdering- yeah.
Then you've
And
got
then somebody
another
else
Jack
did-
the Ripper, haven't you?
But there you go. But then somebody else is dead on the street. Oh, I don't know what happened there because we just killed the guy who actually killed him.
You know, it just
Fuck
kind of.
it, no.
Yeah.
Just my little head trying to get around with all
But
people.
it just makes them murderers as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
if they killed
No,
them in Japan,
exactly the
so
point.
Yeah.
There's your killers there.
Exactly the point. We're supposed to be, the countries that lead the way with democracy and justice and processes and all the rest of it. But we're fucking going around, guns are blazing.
Yeah.
Well, we can't even
Like Michael
decide if
Caine
we're
in
allowed for
Zulu.
fucking Brexit.
Yeah,
To quote Goldie Looking Jane.
that's right. Yeah.
But no, ultimately there is an irony in it, isn't there, where we're turning around and we're saying, oh, it's disgusting, we're killing these people. But didn't they not have like a parliamentary debate about it? She just went off and done it.
Yeah, well, she doesn't need to have permission from Parliament,
But like in a
but
democracy,
it would have bode well. I just think
Yeah.
if you're going to do something like that, it's best to get everybody on side, and then there's no. I mean, I don't see what the major rush was.
Because regardless, the Americans are going to strike anyway because that was their plan.
Yeah,
It's almost like
But
a little puppet, isn't it?
well, basically, yeah, he just wanted people to follow us so they don't have all the blame.
Yeah.
yeah.
And even the French got involved, which
Yeah.
the French are quite reserved.
quite
aren't
reserved.
they?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I
if
think
anything-
they got vetted interest with all the
Yeah.
shit happening in France, all the terrorist attacks. I think they want to prove a bit to the
And
people.
ultimately, we're so far removed from what happens, we don't know half of it. The Americans could be saying, right, you freaking do it, or if you get bombed, you're on your own. You really don't know what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
I just think we
well,
don't
yeah.
trust our governments, do we?
No. Any government, because ultimately, you've got a couple of people making decisions for everyone else, haven't you? And
They don't care about us.
they-
So I love is the fucking staged photos. Like you see the
Yeah.
one where there are like critical talks before the Syrian attack, and it's like a black and white low angle shot of a huge boardroom, and they're all there like chewing on pencils, looking at what should we do today?
there's always one.
and you're like, oh fuck off.
It's like that photo with.
I reckon imagine that before it was all perfectly posed.
Well, it's like a photo when Bin Laden got shot and they're all there around the laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was done by a
There's,
photographer.
there's something eerie about
okay,
those
Hillary,
photos,
can you
though,
come
isn't
on?
there?
With that, it all stems with that. Remember that film, Flags of My Fathers? And it's about that iconic pose. With the,
Oh, right, that's right.
Yeah, that's what the flag.
The flag?
But that Clint Eastwood film.
Yeah, he directed it.
It was the other one. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
Road to Jima.
Yeah, because they
No,
filmed it from both.
Yeah, he did
sides,
the
didn't
American
they?
side and the Japanese side.
Yeah, good film that one.
But that flag thing, the photograph of that, that was staged.
Yes.
Because when he did it originally, they didn't manage to catch it on camera, so they asked him
Yeah.
to do it again.
Do it again, yeah.
Because you're quite right. When these things happen, they just happen, don't they? Like
Yeah, you
no
can't,
one's
you,
going to be
you can't have a
round.
photographer following you around all day.
This patriotic thing, symbol, was
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
Stage. Yeah.
But we are very symbolic, aren't we? Humans, we love symbols. We love kind of starting to capture it all, and we're very motivated by it. That's why social media and news is very powerful and could sway you in either way. Like if you see images of children with asthma pumps, put in their mouths and water over their faces because they've been attacked by chemicals, you don't ask questions. You just go, fucking, that should not be happening. And it's a quick reaction to it.
No, you're quite right.
And I think that is dangerous to it in a way because you lose that ability to question and find out the truth and answers over. I mean, sometimes it's hard when you're in the midst of atrocity to have that clarity to step back and question a situation. And if you don't do that, I think that could lead to potential worse situations, and you've not helped from stopping this happen again.
Yeah.
But that makes you look like a pacifist and a pussy. And people go, oh.
But no, and the other scenario, if you don't do something, you don't know if something's going to happen, soon.
Well, again, that's where you need a very strong head because
It's like, once you've done it again, but second time.
yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing. Who do you say that to?
Yeah.
You need to identify who you're saying that to.
Yeah.
It's so easy to go aside, and it looks like aside. I mean, you could always say, "Look, we're monitoring this now. We want a full investigation," and you go into it. Then you show no fear by questioning Assad and Russia, but at the same time, you do question it, and you go for the processes to find out who the fuck is behind it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I just worry that we're going to end up in a fucking World War III scenario.
Yeah.
Donald Trump would be safe in his fucking $1 billion bunker.
And we'll be the.
Theresa May's pack cockroach should be absolutely fine. I don't know. Should we go talk about something else? What's funny? What's been happening?
Well, actually, guys, I got as we all know, my wedding's being planned at the minute, right? So we go down to we had the day off Friday. It was Claire's birthday.
Yeah.
So we go down to what's it called? Thompson's down the bay, right? So I've always fancied. Have you ever heard of the Turks and Caicos Islands in the Caribbean?
Never.
You ever heard of them? They love they're just typical Caribbean islands.
Bit of Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
Isle of Man?
It's right next to the Isle of Wight. About a couple of thousand miles right of the Isle of Wight.
Barry Island, anyone?
Or left even. So we were there, right? And we were just talking to these people. And we said, yeah, we'll price up a couple of different holidays and see what's available at this time.
Yeah.
This woman come back with a quote for $6,000.
Right, so what's this then? This is to go to this
place
particular...
called they're just a couple of islands just in the Caribbean.
And how long for?
Well, we don't know, 'cause I think it was a week.
So a week to this Caribbean
For
island.
$6,000. Well, it was about $6,500.
Is that just getting there, or is that a
No,
hotel?
that's all inclusive. That's the flights and everything. So it's basically.
I bet it was fucking.
Oh yeah, it was nice, but like $6,000.
Nah,
It
fuck
said,
that, mate. Do you know what? You spend the whole time on the beach worrying how the fuck you're going to pay it back.
But the thing is,
it's true.
it probably cost them because it's probably one that's in a lifetime.
For
like,
millionaires
wish
go
holidays.
there.
So
Yeah.
that's why you pay $6,000 because you're only going to go there once.
And you think though, like when it comes to weddings or anything like that, the price is treble. The price trebles for everything.
But they know, don't they? It's
Yeah.
such a special day, and especially
wants
for
it
the
perfect.
bride, they want to be the princess and fucking. Do you know what I mean? It's yeah.
But
fuck
it was
that.
mad because
But
like
that's a good
everyone.
thing about being a bloke getting married.
So-
The deserve to have has got to pay for everything.
No, but we're
That's
paying
the
for it.
rules.
No, we're paying for it all.
Damn
We're-
the rule.
That's
to
the
be fair,
rules.
they've been very good. I've got to say they've contributed and stuff, and they've been very good. But of course, we want to pay ourselves as well. But the minute you say
Yeah.
wedding, the minute you mention
Oh, mate,
wedding,
anything.
Jesus,
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
it goes.
Yeah.
The price trebles. So we were looking at all these places and stuff, and as soon as you say honeymoon, they're like, "Oh yeah, go to
Yeah.
this website then."
Yeah, the
And it's-
special
yeah.
honeymoon website.
I saw Traco Beta's a honeymoon suite in the caravan.
But the only thing in this country, you're not guaranteed the weather. It was like prime example yesterday. It was
Yeah.
lovely yesterday, wasn't it? It
Beautiful.
was actually warm. I've done a bit of gardening. Well, I tried to. My neighbour freaking caught me. She catches you all the time. She does.
What are you
You
doing,
go out.
Tom?
Yeah, what are you doing?
No, nothing. That was the thing. I wish I was doing something exciting. I was just clearing my flower beds. It's not any innuendo, by the way. I was literally clearing my flower beds of leaves, right?
She spies on you, does she?
No, she's all right, but she comes and catches you, and then she
Oh, right. Yeah.
can't get rid of it then.
Oh, she likes a chat, is it?
Yeah, and like I like a chat like anyone else, but you know, with neighbours, a bit different. It's like, oh, you're right. Obviously, for you,
Yeah.
it's different because
Yeah.
your mum lives
See,
next
that's the
door, doesn't
difference
she?
now, innit? No one gets on with their neighbours.
No,
they
we
don't want to
dis-
know them.
No, we don't dislike
Years ago,
her.
everyone
She's-
used to be around. Now
alone.
it's like,
don't
leave me
dislike her.
alone.
She's lovely, but like, not just her. There's a couple of people in the street, and our neighbours now. She's nice, to be fair, but there's just a couple of people in the street, and you know
We
when
won't go
you're,
round
when you're
house
trying
for
to
a
do
dinner.
something,
Yeah.
and you're like, right, I gotta quickly just do this, and
Yeah.
then
Is that the phone?
no, I couldn't.
Is that the phone
Luckily,
not
well, Claire
ringing?
come back, and we'll go in.
What's
and
that, Claire? Claire, what's that?
No. Well, I couldn't have done that. She was pulling round the corner, so.
Nothing. You carry on with your chat.
But yeah, but like, and look at today, you know, yesterday
I
was
know.
beautiful, and today, and this is the problem with the British weather, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have got loads of amazing places in Britain and interesting places, but you're just not guaranteed the weather.
We'll talk about weddings. I went to a wedding party last night.
Oh, how did it go?
A friend of my girlfriend's wedding. It was good. They had a live band there, so played some heavy rock and
nice,
stuff.
nice.
So we danced all night. Good food. It was
Oh,
in
lovely.
Holiday Inn, Cardiff North. Yeah, it was good.
Corrigan.
Corrigan.
Yeah. Big
don't know that
roundabout. Roundabout.
I know Corrigan, yeah.
Yeah,
but I don't
huge
know,
one.
I
Yeah,
can't picture
Holiday Inn.
the...
It's a bit off. It's a bit off.
It's on the roundabout.
Oh, did it used to be the Village Hotel?
No, the village is. You got Asda's,
Yeah.
Holiday Inn, Village Inn.
Oh, I think I know.
Used to-
Yeah. I
The
get
Holiday
it.
Inn used to be the Quality Hotel at one time.
Right, okay, I got it. Yeah.
I think it used to be the Premier Inn as well.
Oh, nice.
Do you know what? I had some listen to this for the story, right?
Go
So
on.
we go to this party last night, and we come home. So Deb stays over mine. She stays over every weekend, and we get up, we have breakfast, we're just chilling in bed, watching Sky News. I get out of bed, I look in the bed, and there's a fingernail, like a fake, like fingernail,
Oh.
right? Not a fake one.
Yeah,
like a
but
real
that's still
one,
odd, isn't it?
right? I went, oh, Deb, what the hell's that? She went, I don't know. I went, well, how the hell did it get
Mine.
there? And she went, well, shouldn't I be asking you that question? I was like, so I'm standing here with this little fingernail thinking, what the
It's
fuck?
Ratty's. It's
This
Steve's.
looks-
Yeah, we're fingernails.
No, and I'm thinking, how the fuck did this get here? And then lo and behold, there's a fucking another one,
What?
right, in there. And she's looking at me now and saying, okay, who's been in this bed then with fake fingernails? And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ. So we're going through the motions now and trying to work out how the hell fake fingernails
End up in your
got
bed,
into the bed. Now, my son will stay over, and he's a bit of a kleptomaniac. So I phoned his mum and said, look, do you have any fake nails lying around? You might have picked them up, brought them over. She's like, nope, don't have any fake fingernails. And I'm saying to Deb, I have like literally no idea, and it looks so fucking dodgy.
Yeah,
and where
yeah,
these
well,
fingernails come from? And even when she left today, I was thinking I still can't work it out. So I've been like Poirot meets Columbus all morning.
Deb don't wear fake fingernails at all.
No. Now I said this could have happened.
Because you said about conundrum, right?
Yeah.
She brought you washing over yesterday, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I
She
said.
had jeans, yeah?
Yeah.
They don't know if they're her son's or yours, yeah? Her son's got a girlfriend, yeah?
That's what I said. She
She might have a...
No, she don't wear fake fingernails. I asked that. And I said, maybe your sister, you've washed them to give your sisters and they got wrapped up in the washing.
Yeah.
And she washed it with my bed and she went, nope. She phoned her sister. Nope, she doesn't wear it. Now, I've got a theory and she laughed at this, right? Now, we went to this wedding party last night.
Right.
And at some point, she took her shoes off and she was dancing on the dance floor, right?
Ah, so-
Now, of course, you're at a wedding.
Yeah, yeah,
Women
yeah.
get dolled up. A lot of them, I dare say, wear fake fingernails, right? So she's dancing on a dance floor. Now, she's wearing tights as well, right? So she's barefooted. Then she puts her shoes back on. I'm wondering whether she stepped on them.
Picked them up.
But if it put them in her shoes, and then when she come home, took her shoes off, went into bed, right, or into the bedroom, flung off the clothes, or whatever. Then maybe they got on the floor, and then she re-stepped on it, or I stepped on it and brought it into the bed, or whatever. But that's my theory on how it got there. Because the only other one is I've had someone in my bed with fucking fake fingernails.
Hey, Steve, what were you up to last night?
I don't wear fake fingernails.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just miffed by that.
Was it brown on his finger?
No, it wasn't, bro. Actually, quite clean, actually.
And then on mine then.
So yeah, that was my morning. That was my morning. Now, if I was on Jeremy Kyle, right, and that was the title of the show, my boyfriend had fake fingernails in his fucking bed. How do you think I'd fare on national TV?
Well, yeah, but...
I would be slated.
Yeah, but if you took a lie detector, you'll come out truthful.
That's what I said. I was
For
on a lie
why?
detector test.
Because one, you don't know.
Well, but the thing, I'm like, I know where the fuck they... Imagine you standing there with a fingernail and your girlfriend's glaring at you with like, who the fuck
Well,
are
was
these?
it painted?
It's obviously-
No, they were like ready to go. Like I think, well, I don't fucking know. They look clean. They look like...
Yeah, I'm sure.
Clean.
I'm sure it was just something just doing the same, wasn't it? Like,
What the fuck is that all about, though?
yeah, weird things to. Wow, weird things. I was telling James the other day, Steve. Right, so listen to this.
Oh yeah. Just
This is weird. So I was at my brother's house. It would have been Friday, and as he was chatting, he was just talking about something. And in the corner of the room, I saw an old woman
Yeah?
in the doorway. It wasn't. The weird thing was, right, it wasn't scary. And it just happened, and I forgot about it. And then later on, I was just thinking, like, I didn't even... It's kind of like I saw something. You know, like you're looking at me now at the corner, right? But you can definitely see, like, stuff in the...
Not wearing a blue uniform, were they? Not an ex-Panasonic worker?
No. Why?
Well, that's where your houses were built on.
No, not my house. No,
Oh, whose
my
house?
brother's house.
Oh, your brother's house.
Yeah, not my house.
Does he live on like Indian land or?
It was an old Indian reservation
Yeah, is
in
it?
Rubina. No. Yeah, so weird. And it was
So
clear
it's
as day.
it was in your peripheral then. You kind
Yeah,
of
you know, but like I'm
corner
looking
of
at
your
Steve
eye.
now, but I can see you out in my peripheral vision, and it was quite clear. Like it was just like an
nothing
old
rough.
one. But
We had a chat, didn't we? And I was
yeah,
going through
yeah.
it.
But it's not like the door isn't behind any other doors.
Do
There's
you
no,
never get any sexy women ghost you?
No, it was an old woman.
Well, they
yeah.
didn't have in there, all right.
Yeah. This old bizarre, but it was clear as day. Like, and it happened in the day as well. I hadn't been watching any horror films. And
Take any
like
mushrooms or?
that, unless they laced my tea with
Lack
something.
of sleep?
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it might be. As I said, it could very well be
So,
nothing. I'm sure.
are you a believer in ghosts?
I don't know. I don't think so. I never see. Because the thing is, if a ghost just appeared now right in front of us, we'd all.
Questioner.
But then we would be like, if
Yeah,
we
but
all
if
saw
you
it,
see it that's a good
yeah,
indication,
and it'd be
innit?
hard to
Yeah.
disprove that because we're all here. We know there's no one else here. There's, But it's one of these things. It
I would
happens
like to believe, but I can't say I do because I've
Yeah.
never seen one.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it was. I'm not necessarily saying it's a ghost, but it was certainly.
Was it for a significant amount of time, or
No,
did you kind of
literally.
look and it disappeared?
Yeah, I just sort of looking at Steve now. Could see in the corner. When I looked, it just disappeared. But it was weird. But it was definitely.
Did it wave or move or?
He just stood in the doorway.
Was it,
Looking at us.
what was it wearing?
It was a blue. I think it was like a blue jacket or something. Or
So it
something
wasn't
blue.
a Panasonic worker.
No, white-ish. She had.
Plenty of them worked up fucking the valleys.
Hold the
Never
line. Hold the line and
It
did a
was
week.
weird. Like, does anything weird ever happen to you then? Like, because weird
Do
things
you know what?
happen, don't they?
The closest I can come to that is I remember years and years and years ago, I was in bed late night. I was living at home at the time. And I remember feeling kind of like short of breath and I was struggling to breathe. And I kind of looked towards my bedroom door and then what I believed to be was like my mum's mum, who's obviously passed away, coming towards me and just resting a hand on my arm. And I felt this immense calm come over me, right? But that was quite dreamy. So I don't think it was a real thing. So but that's the closest, but it probably was just a dream.
Yeah, like weird things have happened to me loads of times.
Because don't forget,
but-
just, stress.
there's loads of
Our
factors,
minds
isn't
can play tricks on
So
us.
we all see like certain stuff, strange stuff, but I say it's just gone like
Yeah, that's
and
the
you
thing.
like, is it? Wasn't it?
Yeah, well, this
And
was
then you
this
just
was it.
ignore it. Then.
Yeah.
Because I never said anything. So, like Steve said, you're kind of like, wait, that wasn't what I thought it was it? And then you kind of question it. But like I said, I made that documentary. We went to supposedly haunted houses, but there was nothing I saw that I
We
could
got to finish that
explain
one
away.
with Chris. Like
Yeah,
when we started.
we
I mean,
do.
yeah.
Do you
That
want
was
to come with us,
interesting.
Steve, when we make it?
Yeah.
Ghost haunting.
All right, well, I'll try and chase him. If we can't get hold of Chris, we'll just have to get someone else involved in it.
Yeah.
My mate did the Skirret Inn. They
Oh,
stayed,
yeah,
they stayed the night there.
That's where I stayed for my documentary. Nothing. It's a creepy place because it's an old place, you know. It's old.
They used to have the hanging there, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it was actually outside. They used to hang people apparently, but they've got like a fake old rope there, which is it's an old building, in it. Like,
Actually, my great uncle was the last man to be hung in Cardiff.
was he?
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't he found innocent though? Wasn't
Yeah,
he?
innocent. Yeah.
Bastards.
Yeah. There you go.
And this is the problem with killing people because when you kill them,
Well, they say it's
dead,
on,
isn't they?
on death row. It's a really worrying statistic of how many people are killed on death row, but actually innocent.
I think the last woman in Wales to be killed was innocent as well. You know.
I'm surprised a lot of people are fucking found to be
Yeah, because
innocent.
all they do it's like in countries when things happen, you know, in other parts of the world. Like I think Thailand is quite notorious for it because they're so dependent on travel of tourism.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
something happens, they basically grab the first person they bloody find.
Just to say, hey, you're on top of this.
Just to say, oh, we caught
Such a
someone.
sort of safety in our country, like, is it?
Yeah, and like I'm sure that happens it happened all, especially back in the day when people didn't really know.
Shocking, isn't it?
It's scary, isn't
Stops
it?
the panicking on the streets, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, because if you think,
But like
of,
you said, there's still a killer on the loose if it's...
yeah, some guy, yeah, so that was odd. It was really, really odd. But guys, I heard a really funny story. It was some time ago, but I just thought about it this morning. Actually,
Yeah.
right. So listen, right. This is gonna get vulgar now, but it's a funny story.
Let's do it.
So right, you know, I like my holidays, as you know, and you know, every now and again, when you go on holiday, sometimes you need the toilet.
Yeah.
So some guy, right, is on a British flight to Dubai, and basically he had a poo, and it smelled so bad, it was
to land.
unbearable. The plane had to land. Imagine being that guy. Oh, imagine that. Like, I refuse. I don't use public toilets at all. I don't like
Yeah,
going
because
anywhere
I mean,
else.
you're
Like,
stuck in a metal tube. If somebody has the shit
Yeah.
from hell, I mean,
well,
you can't exactly roll down the fucking. I mean,
Yeah, you
people
can't have the
clambering at
window,
the
can you?
exit
I'll
door.
open the window.
Yeah.
yeah,
is
the
so much-
smell's gone.
Imagine that guy coming out and he's like beads of sweat rolling down his head, red face. He's like, I'm so sorry.
I give it 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, you just know the poor
Oh, he gets
people.
out. We need to land his plane. We need to land his plane straight away. It's just too
Well,
much.
the story is, right? So basically, a town councillor from Hertfordshire says a British Airways flight from Dubai was forced to return to London due to a foul smell.
So they did a U-turn?
emanating from an overflowing toilet.
So obviously it didn't go-
Ah, it was overflowing.
So,
Well, okay, okay. I mean, this guy could have been the unlucky last user of the toilet.
Someone could have blocked it.
yeah, and he could have been the next one.
But then
in.
again-
He probably just could have had a pebble shit. And,
then, yeah, but then
and just
again-
made him look bad as he walked out.
But then again, if you're gonna crouch down on top of that lasagna of shit from hell, layer upon layer of tissue and shit, I mean,
Jim.
you're gonna think, nah, fuck that. Innit? Come on,
I'll come in a bag.
fuck that. If it doesn't flush, don't use it.
So imagine that poor bloke who went to the toilet because obviously
Imagine
like,
a poor bloke fucking clogging it.
there are no winners in
I
this. Are there?
always feel sorry for the women the cleaners in work Because like the women and that, and they got clean the male
You
toilets.
dirty bastard.
And I think, because what I do, I plan, when I go to the toilet, I either go after about 9:30, because I know the cleaner's going in about 9:15 to clean the toilet, so I know it's clean.
Yeah.
Or I go at 2:30, because I know that at 2:00, 2:10, they go in and clean it.
Is it like a mad
So
rush for the
I
toilet,
time my toilets well, but
Right, he's just savvy like that.
there's been scenarios in our
Tell him about
lives.
the infamous.
The snake.
Go on,
It was
go
like,
on.
It was like an anaconda, or a periscope sticking up. It was honestly no joke. It was probably as thick as that cup,
Oh, that's a thick cup. Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my god! I don't
and
think
it's
we could do it.
only one or two men we could think of,
It was tall enough for it to come out of.
and
is
big
it?
enough.
It's probably
for
the
it to come out.
smallest guy there. I guarantee you, he's just got a very healthy diet.
Just goes absolutely ballistic.
Probably eats fucking plasticine or something.
His asshole must be stretched.
Oh, well, so I'll read a bit more of the story anyway, right? I'm not.
Deadpan serious, right? He gets like.
No, it's. Well, you know, it's a human function.
Oh, I wish we were filming this. You look devastated, like look at this pig.
So, guys,
Oh, I love it.
Hertsmere councillor
Hurts me what?
Abhishek Sakdev, who represents Potters Bar Parkfield, said the 7-hour flight was aborted because of a smelly poo in the toilet.
Oh, I don't
The
know.
cabin crew were unable to fix the problem, and the smell became unbearable for passengers seated nearby, forcing the plane to turn around near Brussels and land back at Heathrow Airport. Oh, God. The pilot made an announcement to make it worse.
Shit's bad, guys.
Made
We're
an
going down.
announcement requesting senior cabin crew.
This shit's a bad, guys. We're going down. Boop, boop.
Imagine the poor
Do you think they'll
bloke,
put their
man.
masks on just for some fucking fresh air? Would that work, do you think?
I don't know, Jim.
I'd try that anyway.
It would be really, but imagine the poor bloke. I bet he never flies again.
But in all
Or if
fairness,
not, he'll take a dump.
yeah,
before he
I'd have
goes on a flight.
shit. I mean, you do it. You do generally. If you're going to travel a great distance, you try and get all your bowels empty before you go anywhere.
Oh, I'm
you
funny
know,
like that. I
don't
like-
stock up on pastries before you go. You know what I mean?
But not only
Be
that, if they're
sensible.
getting fed on the plane as well, they might.
Yeah.
Depends. It was only to Dubai. Dubai's only about 5 hours, which is a long time, but still, you should
Mate,
be
when you
able
need
to...
a shit, that's
Is it
like
only
10
5
hours.
hours?
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
only
it'd be
about
I
5
thought
hours.
it'd be
Is
longer
it?
than that.
Yeah,
5
I think
hours?
London. I'll have a look now. I don't think it's that. London to Dubai. I think it's only flight time. I think it's only about 5 hours, guys. Come on. London to Dubai.
We're waiting in anticipation here.
Yes.
What is it?
Flight time durations.
Yeah, because I mean, what's New York? 7.5 hours. Is it
Yeah.
further than New York?
Don't
No,
think so.
I don't think it is. But say now,
The direct flight is 6 hours 40. Yes, it's about the same as New York. So it's
Oh,
not
right.
as, not
Yeah,
as-
but when you need to go.
Oh yeah, when you need to go bleed now, 10 minutes is a long
That's
time,
stomach.
isn't it?
Oof.
But
I mean,
imagine
last
how
night at the
poor
wedding,
guy-
right? This sounds rude, disgusting, but do you know when you're in like a social gathering and you know people, the toilets are going to be busy, and you're thinking, I really need to like just go to the loo,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you've eaten a lot, like because they had this really nice spread. Fair play. It was
Oh, what was on? What
it
was
was
on
like
the spread?
spicy bhajies and chicken, and all, so that's clogging you up, and the spices making your belly
Yeah.
growl, and then they bring out the desserts as like these huge like red berry tarts and lemon cake and profiteroles. Of course, you know I'm gonna fucking fill my boots tonight. Then you got all the ciders going down, had a couple of whiskeys,
Oh, no.
and it's all in your bed. You're like, oh okay, and I say to my cover, I need to go home now.
like a little kid. I'm
she,
going home.
She made me dance all night as well, so that's making my belly go up and down. Thinking,
churning.
oh,
It's like
Jesus
a
Christ.
cement mixer.
Yeah, so when I got in, oh hallelujah.
There was a guy who used to.
Do you think women get like that? Because women seem to never
dunno.
be. Maybe
Oh,
they're so used to
we're-
holding in their fats and they're needing to have a shit. Because they're so like it's something which
Ah.
they never talk about or do or discuss even. So they must just be able to just have this constant face of I'm absolutely comfortable with my bowels right
I
now.
reckon they have a mean shit, women.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have rabbit droppings. Fuck that, no.
You
They're
can buy
lying.
my cousin. She was saying about there's a spray you can get, and it masks the smell. So
Right.
so it's and women tend to buy. I forgot what it's called now. Something like Magic.
Let's have a look. Let's have
Magic
a look. Is that
Fresh
real?
or
Is
some
that real
stupid
stuff?
fucking name like that, and you can buy it. So if you're a girl, say like you're going on a date with a guy, and you go back to his place and you need a big
Well,
shit.
they always say like a match or something like that.
Yeah.
Just so it burns the vapors in the air.
But then if you smell of match burn, you just had a massive shit, haven't you? So
Where's
yeah,
Wyatt? He's taking a shit.
Did you hear about the girl who was on a date?
yeah.
What was the story now?
Well,
I
she
can't
clogged.
really remember.
She clogged the toilet, and then did she get something about getting stuck in the toilet? Was
No,
this
in a
one?
window or something, wasn't it?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
let's have a look. That was a funny story.
She took a dump. She couldn't get rid of the dump, so she threw it out the window, and then it landed on the top of something, and she climbed up to get rid of it, and she got stuck on the roof with the shit. Was there something like that?
It was something really. Wait there, woman on date throws.
There
poo
are a
out
few
window.
nightmare date stories out
Man.
there which are quite similar to that.
Yeah, it's like on Dumb and Dumber, innit?
I can find
Remember
it.
Dumb and Dumber when he
To be honest, I wouldn't give a shit if I clogged the toilets in a restaurant or something like that. I really wouldn't.
in a restaurant you probably wouldn't, but in someone's. But then again.
Because I remember seeing the interview with the guy after it, and they're like, "Oh, would you see it again?"
Oh,
He's
here
like,
we go.
"Nah."
A woman who threw her poo out of a date's window because it would not flush, then had to be rescued as she got stuck trying to retrieve it.
That's right. Yeah.
That's a lot of weird things.
Imagine you're standing there with your lump of shit in your hand, and there's police sirens coming.
I can't explain
And
this,
you
by the
thinking
way.
to yourself, was it worth it?
Yeah, but the thing is, why
And
are you
there's
still
pepper.
holding the shit?
You still got the shit in
You
your
might as well
hand.
let it go at that point.
I would
wouldn't
have just stuck on a wall.
You're stuck on it.
like a sticky bomb.
That's not mine. I mean, you're stuck to this police.
So
every
just chuck
after
shit
the
on
night.
the wall.
Yeah. I was chasing on vandals, poo vandals.
You're not going to believe this, but
That must be fucking horrific.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
can imagine.
You know, I mean, like, it's nerve wracking going on a date, and you think of
Yeah.
all like these terrible scenarios that could possibly happen, but then that to actually imagine that. How was your date? Well, I took a big shit. I threw it out the window.
It was shit.
It didn't disappear, so I had to go and get it. Then I got stuck on the roof with my shit, and
Yeah.
then the police came as I'm holding my shit. Come on.
But in a restaurant, they got more than one toilet there, innit? And like you can easily.
Was it a restaurant? Was it?
No, this was. I think this was the guy's house.
Oh,
wasn't
the
it?
guy's houses there.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
someone just left it there.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah,
restaurant.
yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, there was a guy, one of my mates, and he had this annoying habit of having a crap wherever he went.
Get the cans of it.
Wherever he went, right, he would have a crap, and
be
it was
honest-
really annoying.
say I went to your house.
Yeah.
I would have a crap in your house.
Why?
It's something I do.
What do you mean? It's like a dog marking his territory. You Steve? What? Wait there. Go on. Explain this, Steve.
I don't know. I just gotta go into the toilet and take a crap.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you heard this, Stu?
Oh no, I smell it as well.
So Steve, wherever he goes, he needs the toilet, and he just goes in people's houses.
I got no shame of shitting in anyone's house.
Yeah, I think it's like a religious thing for Ratty. Personally, I mean, if I gotta go, I gotta go, and I apologise in advance for the rest of it. But I think with Ratty, it's kind of like a religious thing.
It might be.
What is it like to feel like it's almost like a dog marking his territory? I suppose.
It's just like toilet inspector, like, yeah, shit up all.
It's like judging your toilet.
Imagine how offended you'd be.
He comes out your toilet with a clipboard and he just marked everything out of 5.
Or imagine he come out and say, "No, I'm sorry. You can. It's so bad. I'm not even using the toilet."
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a worrying sign.
yeah.
Have you ever done that, Rat?
Yeah, in some places I have.
And you've actually told them?
Collins went on, yes.
Who's?
Oh, I was bad with that one then. Where do you start with that?
Where do I start?
I remember being in a club years ago.
Oh, Jim, you never had a crap in a pub, did you?
Listen to this, right? I was about 20.
That's my worst fear.
What?
Is ever having a crap in a club.
You just go home.
No,
don't
listen
you?
to this. I
would.
was in a club, so it was me and my mate Sean, and we were about 20, something like that, and 19, 20. And we were in a club, and there was these girls like, and they're like, smiling at us, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, Sean, look at those girls. So I've had a couple of drinks, and actually it hits me hard, like growl, like, oh, this Satan needs to get out of me, right? So I go to the toilet, I said to Sean, right, just hang fire. These girls are clearly interested. I need to go take a dump. I go to the toilet, and of course, it's the fucking worst There's piss everywhere.
Sick.
It's
Like train
disgusting.
spots.
Yeah, it's fucking horrific. So I had to lay like toilet paper all over the seats and all the rest of it. The toilet's busy with people in and out. There's a guy next to me, and it's one of those ones where as soon as you drop trout,
It's coming out.
It's coming out. It's not waiting for anybody. There's no delicate little poopsie. No, it's fucking shooting at my ass. So I sat down, and it comes funneling out, right? If Miley Cyrus is coming like a wrecking ball, and he was like a fucking machine gun, like. And then the worst thing is, there was a guy spewing, and every time I farted, he kind of went. It was like the most disgusting symphony of noise ever. I think every time this guy farted, this guy spewing right next to me. Worst thing is, I got out, and those fucking girls pissed off. So yeah,
They might have heard you.
probably. I suppose they fucking evacuated the club like did that plane. It was horrific.
As soon as you opened that door, I was like, ugh.
No, but everybody was commenting outside the cubicle. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? I'm like, I'm just gonna stay quiet. Hopefully, I'll leave when everybody else is gone.
You gave the
No,
guys.
I could stay quiet because it's like explosives. You can't contain that.
No.
You blow up if you try to.
You gotta go.
Well, I gotta make.
I just say, but afterwards, I felt like $1 million.
Yeah, that's the best feeling ever. Innit?
Best ever.
Well, one of my mates, he notorious for going to the toilet anyway, and he makes a freaking point of telling everyone as well. Like, if it was me, I'd go right and go to the toilet.
Did
And
you say
that's
that?
it.
I need a massive poo. I'll see you in a bit.
Oh yeah, he would. He would. And so anyway, one day when we were in college, we were all really annoyed, and he went to the toilet. He was lazy, and he would go to the nearest toilet, was a disabled toilet.
I do just for space.
So what we done?
privacy, innit? Yeah.
Well, I opened the door when he's come to the toilet, and obviously the disabled toilets are big, isn't they?
Yeah.
So it's not the kind where you can sit on the toilet and hold the door.
Yeah.
So basically,
Get out.
But as it turned out, it was a blessing in disguise. Well, it wasn't, because what happened, I didn't do it intentionally, but I opened the door intentionally, of course. But it just happened to be as the classes were ending. So literally, hundreds of people walking past. The teacher runs over to shut the door to help him, and then he goes, "Oh, sir, don't lock the door." He said, "Why?" He goes, "I haven't got no toilet tissue." So what would you have done had I not opened the door? He was pissed off, obviously. But what would you have done had I not opened the door? Literally, like people taking photos with him and all sorts on the toilet.
Oh,
He didn't live that down.
That's so
And
embarrassing.
funny enough, he didn't actually finish college, and he always goes, "That was because of you, that was."
Did he say that?
Well, I think he's joking.
Fuck.
That sounds like an in-betweeners.
No, yeah, it sounds like one of these things, but
I remember when we were down Venture Week. So, what year is that? Standard 4 in juniors, Venture Week.
Adventure Week.
So it was the year before you got to high school. So what's that? About 12, is it something like that?
No, 10 or 11,
10, 11. So about 10 or 11. We're on this Venture Week. So you go away with the school. We went to Minehead and Butlins, yeah. So we go away for like a few days with the school, and it was a few of us. And we were like this side, like hall in like a pool table, and we were all playing pool. And one of our friends goes, "Oh, I need to go to the toilet." So we go to the toilet. He's there for like fucking half an hour, right? He's there for a long time. And we're like, "Oh, we need to go and investigate this." Of course, like these 11-year-olds like, "Okay, let's go in there." So we're all like creeping around the corners and all that. And we look, and he's in the sink, and he's washing out his pants, but he shit himself.
Oh no!
But instead of just getting rid of the pants,
Yeah,
do you know what he done with him?
Just
Do you know what he done with him?
commando in it.
Do you know what he done with him?
What?
He shoved them up his sleeve. So he's walking around flicking wet shit pants fucking everywhere. And we're like, just fucking bin him.
But that's as a kid and you probably don't think like
Oh,
checking
my
them.
mum's going to kill me if I don't take these pants back home.
Once
Because
talking
the
about,
first thing she would do is go, bin.
It's like, oh, I should have done that.
when talking about school trips,
He
my,
talked a lot
Your
about
bag
shit.
just
so
like
far,
a shit
Yeah.
throughout the holiday.
trying to
I should have smell on that. Oh.
armpits and trying to make this show a bit more
Tasteful.
tasteful. Yes.
Yeah, so have you tuned out?
Talking about school trips, my brother, they went somewhere to a beach or something, and one of his friends was really thirsty, so he found a bottle on the beach,
Oh, God.
filled up with seawater, and said to my mate, to his mate, "Oh, there you go, have some." He necked the whole bottle up
Oh, no.
before he realised it was seawater.
He must have fucking spewed his
He
ring.
was being sick for the rest of the day.
Oh, my God. That drive you nuts, that.
Well, he was sick absolutely everywhere. And this guy couldn't speak proper English. He was from Hong Kong. He goes, "Oh, Mr. Savory, you the bastard."
Imagine that being stranded out on the sea, like, and you're dying of thirst, and
Yeah.
you're surrounded by water. You can feel it in your fingers.
Yeah.
It's wet. It's like cold
It's
and
like
chilled.
tempting, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, I know it's full of salt, but I'm just so thirsty. And your mouth's dry as a cardboard. The sun's beating down on you. You'd be fucking
That's what
tempted.
Bear Grylls drinks his own pee, don't he?
Yep.
Oh,
Does he?
Could you
Yeah,
survive on an island? Oh, are you
But
watching?
how much can you do that? Because it's waste. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
consuming your waste again, and then you pee. Can you then consume it
I don't
again?
think it's a long-term thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you're gonna be like just chewing orange fucking fluid.
Suppose you can filter it. Get a sock or something like that. Anything just to pee in the sock and just strain it out like something.
Do you reckon?
But-
Do you reckon you could survive, Steve?
I don't think I'll drink it warm.
Yeah.
Steve, I think that's the least of your problems, mate. I don't think that'll. I don't think letting it cool down and make it taste any better.
All you need is a cocktail umbrella. That thing will taste much better.
And a straw,
And a
cocktail and
straw.
bread and a straw. Have you been watching Bear Grylls The Island?
I started watching the first episode of the new series.
Yeah.
I just forgot it was on. I think
It's on tomorrow night. But there's
What's
been-
that then? It's
Because they
Bear
got two
Grylls-
groups in there. You've got like the rich part
Yeah.
and the poor part.
That's
innit?
right. So it's Bear Grylls The Island, and basically
What's
they're
that then?
just they're just groups of 10 in there or 9 or something, 9 or
I
10
think it's
each.
more in this one now, isn't it?
Oh no, because there's two groups, the rich and the poor ones, aren't there? They're about
Yeah.
9 or 10 each, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah.
But anyway, so what they are, James, is people, two groups who basically go and live on this desert island, see if they can survive.
Right.
So this year's groups are people who earn under the minimum wage, and then other group are people over £100,000 each, I think,
Yeah.
isn't it? Oh, and to be fair, those people on 100 grand each, they were right bastards, weren't they? They were real snobby, weren't
Well,
they?
So
They
what?
wouldn't-
So the split are based on their
Yeah,
economic
initially
situation.
they were split up. Based
So
on,
so would the
one dropped off one side of the island, the other
That's right,
dropped on the other side of the
side.
island.
and I suppose you're kind of placing your bets on the people without any money to survive better than the ones with money.
well, I don't know what they're trying to prove.
Well,
really.
I think
I mean, you would suggest
they,
you would.
they
think
want to
that,
see if they're going to work together or
Yeah.
it is a social
Yeah.
divide.
Oh, so they're not totally separate, is they? They come together, do they?
Yeah.
They gotta find because they gotta look for a beach. It's only like
Yeah.
one beach, so they are gonna come. The island is probably no more a mile.
Yeah, I
round,
don't
isn't
think
it?
it's very
So,
big.
so are they all aware of? They aware of everybody's circumstances?
I think
When they meet each
Yeah, they
other,
will,
yeah,
weren't
because
they?
they can tell.
They can obviously communicate and tell each other.
Yeah,
there was
say,
loads of
when's going here, Brian? And the other one's going.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
once you I'm going to watch. The other bloke said, "I've got caviar."
Yeah. Where's the
But-
Evian?
But interestingly,
I don't drink piss, but I'll eat fish poo.
but when they first met, the rich people were right. They were really standoffish, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were really like snobby, like proper snobby. And this woman who's meant to be a GP was like, "Oh, what? They're not."
Oh,
my
she wanted
sort
to be the
people,
boss of
wasn't she?
everything. She
Yeah,
did,
she
didn't she?
just said,
Yeah,
"Fucking
you
chill out,
you
love."
gotta get that though.
She said, "Oh, I done this, I done
Yeah.
that. You're doing that wrong."
Yeah. But it's quite an interesting, like, I don't think I'd last you, Steve. I think worth ethically I would. I'd be freaking knocking up tree houses like no one's business. But when it comes to literally, like, it would be hard. I don't think I could eat, like, freaking snake and that.
I'd give it a go.
Yeah,
If you're starving to death, then that's a different matter. But,
give it a
crocodile,
go.
kill it,
yeah, but could you physically do it though, Steve? Like, I ate
no
everything.
problem.
Do you reckon? Yeah, but in that heat, dehydrated, lack of sleep. Do you
Hungry,
you reckon you could do it?
yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah.
James, do you reckon?
Yeah. I could eat snake.
Apply next
I'll
year.
probably
then,
make a
guys.
belt out of the crocodile as well and some shoes.
You'd be walking around like a cowboy. A top hat.
I was just reading. Sorry, boys. Just reading up on this. I mean, the royal wedding's coming. Talk about
Oh, yeah,
snobs and,
boo.
a lot
Yeah,
of
they're
money.
not alone. Their family are coming or something like that.
They
said that a cousin has sent a picture to the royals and like they just look like normal people and apparently they've just been like disregarded.
Yeah, mate, you're on table
And a lot-
51.
So
It's
how
only
much
50
is
tables.
this costing this royal wedding?
25 million quid, supposedly.
And that's costing us.
Well, they're on benefits, aren't they? Of
How much
sorts.
will it cost and who is paying? All right, let's have a look at this because I mean this fucking makes my blood boil to be honest.
I'm not a royalist. You're a royalist, Steve?
No, because end of the day, if we're paying for it, I'm not invited.
Yeah, it's true. Where's my invite?
So at the royal wedding, for example, the money that will cover wages of the head chefs and of the palace staff. So the purpose, so there's a sovereign grant they're talking about here, is to pay for. So they get a sovereign grant, the royal family. So the Queen gets 40.1 million. Well, she had 40.1 million in 2015, which was 50% of the 267.1 million made by the Crown Estate in 2013.
Basically, still our money.
Yeah.
It's all our money, isn't it? However, that's a lot here to read, but the gist of it is, we are paying for it.
But I got mate, I don't think it'll last.
You are sorry?
It won't last.
Well,
I think she's too different. And if she's being segregated from her family, and she's used to being around family, it's just not going to work.
yeah, but you want to be royal? Like,
No,
I don't envy him.
you're in the public all the time. You
Yeah,
can't
it'd
even
be
fucking
annoying.
scratch your ass without a photo being taken away.
Well, remember when Kate?
Well, this version,
Middleton.
Yeah, went topless.
Yeah,
wasn't
they
it?
took a photo of her, didn't they?
They was like 2 miles away when they took a photo as well.
Imagine the lens they
See,
had
that's
there,
the
Jim.
lens you fucking want.
What's that now?
Do you remember when Kate Middleton is in?
Yeah,
Windsor now, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Her
she was
name's
Middleton,
Middleton.
at the time.
Yeah.
Actually, wasn't it on their honeymoon in France, wasn't it?
What's that now?
Well, it might
Something
have
like
been.
that. She was basically sunbathing topless, and some person freaking took a photo of her.
And printed on the
wrong with
It was in France,
the France
wasn't
newspaper.
It was a bit like,
Voulez-vous? Was it a public beach?
no,
No, it was a private thing.
yeah, private thing. So, but it's like Deb, innit? Like,
Imagine them
want,
on a public
would
beach.
you want someone taking photos and putting it in the news and at you?
Well, they want to be one with the
the,
people.
the Royals go
It's
down the
not.
nap.
It's not right.
How many
is
guys
it?
are there queued up with fucking sun cream? All right, love.
But
You missed a bit, love.
yeah, with the Royals, I don't know. I'm not a royalist, so I probably
See, there's a
not the
lot
best
of
person
arguments to
ask, but-
suggest that, like, I mean, for now, this article in the verdict is saying that overall it's going to benefit the economy, the royal wedding.
Well, yeah, probably because people are going to be
Financially.
out
Well, it's
drinking and
tourists.
stuff like that. But
But then where does that money go?
Back to them.
no, it's yeah, but it just
Does
goes
it go
into
into
the
the
bottomless
economy?
pit.
No,
Well,
goes
yeah,
back-
Does
I,
it fuck?
It goes back to there.
I think they mean like on the.
I
It's a
don't
day
know.
off, innit? In a national holiday when they get married.
No, because it's on a Saturday.
Oh, yeah, you're on a Saturday. Well, no, that date will be, won't it? So in the future.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a Saturday.
Yeah, but we don't have a national holiday for Will and Kate's fucking thing every year, do we? We just had it on our one day. And even then I was at
That's the
work.
point. Do we get it?
No, you don't.
No.
So what the fuck are they on about then? We're trying to
Remember
sweeten
when
this
Prince?
up, are they?
Can you remember the story when Prince William?
You
took
get a day off your work. You get a day off your
Yeah.
trivial bullshit fucking job, slugging crap for somebody who fucking hates your guts.
for
We're going to
Wilson-
give you one day off from that,
Well,
people.
for Wills and Kate,
Fuck's
we
sake.
didn't have a day off for that.
No, we didn't. No, you're right.
You remember when I was in London? I remember I was in London when that happened. I was working on a TV show, and freaking hell, it was a nightmare. It was a
What's that?
nightmare. I
What
did
a day
see the
off?
planes going over though. Remember?
Oh,
we had
for
some
the royal
planes?
wedding?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they wanked over the kid. Oh, they just kissed.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
That's
off.
all the Russell Howard program he was taking mick out of that.
No, but oh, look, they're kissing. Oh,
Yeah.
watch Kate and Will's kiss in 47 different angles.
He's like, who cares? It's like watching the
Mwah.
parents
And you got
kiss
these
now,
dumb
yeah.
fucks with the Union Jacks going, oh, they're so beautiful.
I've been here for 4 months. You know when you get these idiots who camp out for
Yeah.
2 years
Yeah.
before?
We come all the way from Colorado
You
just to watch
sandbuggers.
them kiss.
People do that for Wimbledon. It's like, why?
Can you remember when Prince William? I'm just reading the story now, and this is in the what
Had hair?
paper is this? Yeah, when you had the Mail Online, right? And this was back in this was published in
I was going to say something else, but
2008.
that would have been a bit bad.
So Prince William was under fire
Write it
again,
down.
guys.
Sorry,
As it
go on.
emerged, he had landed a £10 million RAF helicopter in girlfriend Kate Middleton's back garden during an official military exercise. That takes the mick.
What, say it again? He done...
So he landed a £10 million RAF helicopter in Kate Middleton's backyard garden during a military exercise. So he's basically showing off, isn't he? But imagine that. If that was me or you, we'd be freaking arrested.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be in
Public
jail.
disorder.
Well, you can fit a helicopter in your back garden, can you?
No, well, if this is
Outside Claire's work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
she's
my
showing
back
off now,
garden,
Tom.
freaking hell.
You
I
still
don't think
do
it's
the
big
tea.
enough.
Have your neighbour fucking chatting to you?
You don't,
Oh,
yeah.
Tom, what's this all about then?
But imagine that. If that was me or you who like was in the military and freaking it's like, oh, you know, I'll just land it in the field and go and see James.
Tom, we're peasants. We're not royals.
It's true, isn't
we're
it? It's like the
fucking
complete
peasants.
hypocrisy. But what annoys me is the fact that like there ain't enough money for loads of stuff. And in my job, I see government cuts quite, first line.
That's it for like air ambulances. It's the sponsors.
expensive,
It's the
man.
sponsors. The government don't pay for the
Yeah.
ambulance. It's the actual
yeah.
donations they have for the pays for it.
But did you see the Queen's going to get 350 million quid or something just to do up all the... the statement itself is mental, to do up her castles and palaces. If I can
Yeah,
afford
that's
my
right,
house,
yeah.
right, I can go to the government and go, just clean the drains for me. And,
Yeah, but it's all
sort the fence out.
questionable because why are they taking money from us if they've already got money and properties?
Exactly.
And they may make some money and they give a bit of money back to us, but nevertheless, all the
Would
money.
you really want to spend your own money, or rather take out someone else?
Well, yeah,
exactly.
That's
So-
what it is.
But if you went to the council and said, I do up my mansions and castles,
But the thing is,
can laugh at you.
it's not even money for them to get by. It's excessive amounts of money.
Yeah.
They make a lot of money anyway. They got. I mean, how much has the Queen got in property?
well, they reckon, wasn't there a programme years ago, like how rich actually is the Queen? And like with all her art and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
they
she's
try and make it
priceless.
sound like, it's not that bad, but still gets free meals.
Yeah.
They got a £13 billion property empire.
13 billion quid.
Yeah.
All they could freaking spend, they could get money to do up their
So-
houses in. 13 billion pounds.
That's what it
Jeez, that's
says,
a lot.
So London, it pays to be a monarch. British monarchy holds a huge amount of historic property in the UK, which is managed by the Crown Estate. The Crown Estate announced. Let's find the date of this. Oh no, this January this year.
All right.
The
okay.
Crown Estate announced in June last year that it returned a record of 328.8 million to the Treasury in 2016 as the value of the overall estate rose to an astonishing 13.1 billion pounds.
That's a lot of potatoes, isn't it? He could pay for his own wedding then, can't he?
Well, this is it. It's like asking your poor neighbours to chuck in the money for your wedding whilst you're just shining
Yeah.
up your fucking fancy car
Shall I
outside.
try it? Shall I try it? And say
Ask
to
your
my-
neighbour, see what she
Yeah,
got
go
for
on,
it.
listen.
Said I got a bit short, love.
Can nick your gazebo.
Yeah. Listen, I'm getting married next year. I need to tap Avon for a bit of dollar.
Yeah, I'm going to do the whole fucking community run and just see whoever's got some money.
But you're not coming, though. By the way, you're not coming.
Yeah.
So you pay, but you're not coming, all right?
If you watch the I think it was on Sky News, the advert for the royal wedding, and it's got everyone's invited, to watch and go.
Yeah, to watch on TV.
We're not
You have
getting a
to pay
fucking
TV
meal.
license,
What
do
do
you?
the food taste like at the wedding?
Do you reckon the food would be that good? Because it's mass catering, isn't it? Mass catering is never good.
Bulk, innit?
I've never experienced that life, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but well, no, I've never been to a royal wedding, of course. But like, do you reckon the food would be that nice?
I reckon what we eat is like
It'd be
fake
small
shit.
portions.
I reckon
It'd be small portions.
I reckon we've never really tried a proper steak. Nobody, unless you're a proper like 1% elite,
Yeah.
have tried a real
Well,
steak.
when I went to Mexico on holiday, right, we had
Unless you
chicken.
kill an animal yourself and cook it up. And
No, not even the cows are real if you're a farmer.
But we tasted chicken in Mexico, and it
Conspiracy.
tasted completely different. Like completely different,
It's pretty horse, that's why.
to the point where it didn't actually taste like chicken. I said to Claire, "We ordered chicken, didn't we?"
What chicken was it?
Yeah, chicken.
Oh, was that the one you
fajitas.
remember when you thought you were eating dog? Who was that? Who was telling me a
Dog?
story?
No, not eating dog. I remember I ate a cow's tongue before, and I didn't know what it was. It was
Well,
cow's
yeah.
tongue.
Does that taste
It was,
like,
it was actually really nice.
tastes
Like,
like spam?
it was very very tender. It was really nice actually, but
Cow's tongues are, Tom.
it was really nice. But I wouldn't eat it now, knowing what it was. But at the time, I ate it not knowing. I was like, "Oh, that's pretty nice." But then I made the mistake. What was that? I'll have it again. Cow's tongue. No, I won't. Yeah, it was.
And I'm out when he's 16 in your head, you can't get around that kind of idea that you're eating something which is
Yeah,
quite weird.
but it was actually really nice, which makes me think if I was on Bear Grylls Island and someone's like, didn't tell me what it was, so, I'll have a bit of this time, and I ate it, and I'll be like, oh, that was all right. What was it? Like, crocodile's arsehole.
But snappy on the
You
tongue.
don't know, like, some things, and it's true, like, I don't like the thought of some things.
Well,
but-
I'm not sure if we talked about the last podcast or whether we talked about that, where when about like in different cultures they worship different kind of animals. Like in India, that they
Yeah, it's
worship the
cows
cow. They
and
wouldn't
stuff.
necessarily eat the cow, but in China they'd eat your dog in 2
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah, it's funny, yeah.
And how like we're kind of all we have like this moral. Well, it's wrong to eat dog. Well, is it wrong to eat a dog? Not really, as long as it's put down correctly and looked after.
Well, I couldn't eat one. Like,
But that-
then
again,
again, if
that
I
would-
knew
that
what
would-
it was,
But it
That's
would.
it.
But I don't think I could eat a dog.
No,
Even if
no.
the dog was kept
Yeah.
in really good condition and it was
Yeah,
well
no
treated,
way.
it was put down
Yeah.
humanely, and
I don't know if it was a vicious fucker, I probably would.
yeah, but would you?
Just for
but
spite,
Steve-
you fucking bite me, I
I
fucking
suppose
eat you.
I don't know. I don't know. I just look at a
yeah,
dog
I
as.
couldn't. I couldn't.
And it's not because they're like very lovable creatures and they jump on your lap and they play fetch. It's none of that. They just don't look like they taste nice.
yeah, yeah.
No.
don't know, never tried one.
But yeah.
I bet you they're fucking beautiful.
Yeah. I'd be addicted. I remember I was signing up the fucking dogs. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a big difference when you know what something is. It's funny because like it probably would put you off, wouldn't it? If someone just said try this, you'd be like, oh, that was freaking lovely. Turn man, there's a fox over there.
Where?
An urban fox, right down the far end of the.
Outside our secret location, we have a fox.
Yeah, there's a fox.
Right, he's licking his lips.
Steven's just left. He's chasing it with a knife and fork.
Rack it back. Yeah.
But no, when you are quite right, Jim. When you go abroad, people do eat like.
It's
not
just different
odd
cultures,
food,
isn't it?
yeah,
Just
yeah.
different cultures. That's the thing. I mean, we are accustomed to eating what we eat, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just lamb,
I wouldn't
chicken,
eat
and
cat.
I wouldn't fancy. Or pigeon. People used to eat pigeon,
let
didn't
me
they?
tell you a story. Many moons ago,
Yeah.
I was over my my son's mother's house, parents' house, my then in-laws, and her dad said to me, because we were over for tea, she goes, "I've made a curry. I like curry,
Yeah.
wicked." He said, "Try this." And you tell me what meat this is. Now, you hear that
see,
question, you're like,
yeah.
what
My
the
spidey
fuck
senses
am I
tingling
in?
there,
So
I
I'm there
wouldn't.
now, lumps of meat in this curry. So I take one bite. I'm like, just very kind of gamey tasting,
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
like beefy. I'm like, so I'm knocking out like beef, no. Lamb, no. Pork, no. I'm thinking, what the fuck is this?
Pheasant.
Running out of animals.
So I'm chewing it again. I put another piece in my mouth, and then as he's saying to me, I said, "Well, what is it then?" And I bite down on something hard, right? And it's a pellet. So I spit out the pellet. He goes,
No
"Oh,
way.
it's pigeon." Oh no, fucking! I can't eat that. And he pissed off laughing, but it was horrible.
I
Yeah.
think the pellet would have just put me off.
I bit a fucking pellet. I never forget. I was over this.
No way.
I was over this having tea. And
If the pigeon was bred right, fed right, if it's just a pigeon just flying around here, like, fuck.
Even the pigeons have attitude around here, do they, Steve?
Yeah, they fucking do. Fuck out.
It tasted okay. I think if it was cooked a bit slower and a bit more seasoning, it perhaps tasted a bit better. But it wasn't all that.
Oh, I wouldn't
never forget.
fancy that.
Again, it was.
I remember one time going down Rove Park and see this guy feeding a duck with bread and all that. This duck coming closer, and no joke, this guy just fucking grabbed this duck and just went straight in his car.
Really?
Yeah.
I almost freaking something.
He's like, this casual just feeding this duck, gaining this duck's trust. This duck comes close, he just fucking grabs the button and and goes into the car. The fucking drives
There
off.
comes in as well. So, what you get for Tina, love? Quack, quack. Well,
Shut up! You gave the game
Yeah.
away.
Dad, what's this? Shut up.
Have you ever had duck?
Love
Yes.
duck.
Oh, it's too greasy.
Oh,
for
I
me.
love duck. Crispy duck. The Chinese crispy duck rolls. Banging.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It wasn't accidental. I meant for it, but I didn't mean for it to come like how I came.
Come with a
Could, I,
beat.
could,
did
I,
it?
could I ask for like duck spring rolls?
Oh,
Nice.
right, yeah, yeah.
But it came in like you had to prepare yourself.
Oh, I
Spring
like
rolls.
that, though.
Oh, so it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
raw? Like
No,
proper,
so you get like the
it's
duck
all
breast.
right.
So it was a proper breast and all like
Duck
that.
breast,
okay,
the
yeah.
pancake
It was
wraps.
lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Delicious. Really lovely. Yeah, I love duck. I love lamb, though. I'm a big lamb fan.
When I was in
Lamb's
France,
good.
right,
Lamb is
after I
delicious.
finished university, I went to Europe and made this documentary, right? It's pretty cool. But obviously, I don't speak French. Well, my French is freaking GCSE French, and I wasn't good at French
Je
then.
m'appelle Thomas.
Well, yeah, the pro-
Cardiff.
Well, the thing was, I thought steak was different to what it was.
Right.
As in my head, it was cheval, which is horse, isn't it?
Well, it's actually, that is probably what you're eating over there.
No, but I thought cheval. I'm sure it was cheval. I'm sure.
Yeah, but a lot of countries
Does
eat horse steak, don't they?
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't realise that I'd ordered.
Le us.
I remember
Double checking now.
I remember watching Only Fools and Horses and like in France. And Del Boy asked the questions. What's Ellen Cart in French? Ellen Cart was like the British, isn't it?
Cheval.
I fucking love when he pulls the horses.
But
No, honestly, I think in Spain it's popular to have horses. They don't usually.
France have horse.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. But it's I saying to Ratty the other day. I think I've had horse. It tastes a little bit different to beef. I had a steak in Spain, and had a mushroom sauce over it. Oh my god! And it was cooked to perfection, like melted in your mouth. Absolutely stunning. Best steak I've ever had.
wait, go on. I'm trying to find what it is, but I'm sure.
Nah, you definitely had horse, Tom. How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
Cheval. Yeah, it was cheval. No,
Tastes nice.
No, I don't like steak much, do I? So I didn't like steak really anyway, but it was the only thing I thought
steak.
on the menu. I was like, oh yeah, that.
I've had a real craving for peppercorn sauce as well lately.
It was very. It was
If
like.
you don't do enough steak dinners be delivered today.
No, nobody does it.
Yeah, if you've done steak dinners or Dial roast, they do Dial roast now, don't they?
I don't trust
like-
anybody but my mum's.
It's
to
just
be
like
honest.
Meals on Wheels, basically.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, steak and chips, getting that delivered, you freaking clean up, man.
Fuck yeah. Oh,
But
imagine
no.
that. It's kind of like a Miller and Carter.
Yeah,
Or
just
Eat.
delivery.
Oh, yes.
But going
cow
back to the
would
horse
stink
thing,
of
no, I didn't
garlic.
like it, Jim. I wouldn't have it again.
I would.
And I had snails as well, but in
What's
Greece,
that like?
in Greece randomly, it just tasted. I don't know.
Was it in the
didn't-
shell?
Yeah, it was in the shell. You got like these
Pick it
little
up with a
forks.
pin or something like that.
you
It
sick.
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Kind of like cockles, not cockles.
Yeah, they kind of did
winkles.
taste. Yeah, it kind of did taste
I
a
like
bit like
cockles.
cockles.
Yeah, I like cockles. Winkles are quite nice.
Yeah.
But it's just
No,
the
snail,
snails, though?
Just snail, just.
Yeah,
What
it
do
was
they
in
taste
like a garlic sauce.
Are they chewy?
No, they were kind of maybe like cockles. The
Were they
texture.
slimy?
Yeah, a bit slimy and
I bet.
yeah.
like
kinda-
little like...
No, we never had that because they
What
cook
about-
them. They boil them, I think.
What about frog's legs? I'm quite intrigued,
I've
but I
never
sound
had any,
disgusted. Like eating.
My
Green
mate had some.
skin, biting into that green
Yeah.
skin.
But they say it tastes
Fuck.
like chicken. Or
Yeah.
Fuck
That's
that.
that's the thing I want to know.
My mate had it in France. The same one who has a crap everywhere. He had some. No, it wasn't in France. It was in Spain, in Calella, in Spain. By the way, never go to Calella. It's freaking awful.
Yeah.
It was terrible, awful. Worst holiday I've ever had.
Flashbacks, you Tom.
Oh yeah, just remember it was like really, really depressing holiday. You know when you go on holiday to have it better than where you live, don't you?
Yeah.
I went home and I was thinking, freaking hell, Pentwin's better than this. I did. I come home and I felt better.
Worse than Pen Twin.
That's a statement.
Yeah. But anyway, I went to my mate had some frog's legs. They were on the it was on the menu, and he was like, "Oh, I'll have it," and he liked it. He said, "Oh, actually, it's really nice."
In all fairness, I was going to have fried legs would be in France.
But do they look
No, it
like...
wasn't in France. It was in Spain.
But
though.
that's it.
Yeah.
I'll go for that.
I think if they were on my plate and they looked like frog legs, I couldn't eat them.
But I think they just. I
It
can't
just
really
looks
remember.
Like
but I remember
I just couldn't eat them.
they smelled quite nice
But
actually.
think about it, I mean, they hop like all the hopping and all the
Yeah.
kind of
It's gonna be tough and
they're
muscly,
gonna be
aren't they?
really tough legs. But then I don't know, I couldn't eat that shit.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? What's the weirdest thing you put in your mouth, Steve?
Guy called Nigel, wasn't it?
I'm not gay, for fuck's sake.
Actually, do you know the weirdest thing I think we've tried? Remember we bought those alligator burgers?
Oh, yeah.
They were weird.
Yeah.
They looked quite pink, weren't they? Really pinky.
Yeah.
And
They were.
That's
looked-
quite tails,
But
isn't
they
it?
looked
You know,
tough, but they were
tails?
quite soft, weren't they?
yeah, they were quite soft, but they
Saying that, we don't know if we cooked them right.
That's
and,
true. And they were there for ages in the fucking pan. But they tasted a bit bland as well. Like they didn't have
Yeah, I
much
can
taste to them.
imagine.
But I tell you, one thing we did try was remember those wild boar
boars,
sausages? Oh
They're
my
nice.
god!
I've had wild boar before.
No,
and I didn't
burgers,
like
they
it.
were.
Were they burgers? Are they? Oh right.
I didn't like it.
Oh, stunning, delicious.
I
Wild
gotta
boar.
admit, that's my ultimate food. I
Yeah.
love to have.
Hunt down a wild
Hunt down
boar.
a wild boar, stick a stick up his fucking ass.
Yes.
Put on a spit roast. Shave the animal, of course, first.
I don't know.
Score it with my fucking army knife. Loads of fucking honey.
Oh,
Just,
yeah.
just roast and just
Hey,
pick
Steve
off
would be brilliant on the
lush.
island, wouldn't he? Everyone else would be starving, and Steve would be
Yeah,
there.
we
His
could all have a
crocodile
fuck
boots, crocodile belts. He'd be like Crocodile Dundee,
G'day.
it. You got fish,
chewing off a
fish in the sea as well.
Yeah, if you know how to hunt, I mean, it'd take a while to get into it, I suppose.
Yeah.
But if you know how to hunt,
Yeah,
you'd
but
be
it's
fucking
going
laughing,
to be
man.
quite hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not easy to hunt, otherwise everything.
Like, I don't know how to hunt. You know,
Yeah, are you a good swimmer?
No.
Just go on YouTube, innit? Just YouTube it.
Yeah, just take your mobile phone, Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
If you need to
The
charge it.
Wi-Fi antennas in those palm trees.
Yeah, get one of those. You can get those, what you call them, can't you?
But I can make a spear, I can make a bow and arrow, I can make a sling.
Yeah, but the animals, they're like quite clever, aren't they?
Yeah, but I'm sure you get to. Mate, I'm telling you, I guarantee you, when you're fucking hungry, you turn into Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. I think all your natural
I
instincts
don't
would
think
come
I-
into play. You start forgetting about, microphones and podcasting and all that. You'd be
Yeah.
like Bear Grylls mode. Just shaping up fucking spears like fucking
Like
Dutch
no
off
one's
Predator.
business.
I know.
Be what they could fashion them with your teeth.
Yeah.
I'm eating tonight.
It was the guy who, what video was that off? And you see him just build like this mental, like mud hut. He's just in like a wood.
Right, yeah, I
he
think
used
I've
like
seen that.
sticks
Yeah,
next
yeah.
to frame. He used like wet mud to
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Did
that
he make
Ray-
tiles
Ray-
for the roof out of mud? or
Yeah,
something? I've seen that
but he
clip.
used like he'd like get a fire going. And
Oh, Ray Mears.
he'd heat up.
Ray
like,
Mears, yeah, he's like the British. Well, Bear Grylls is
yeah,
British.
like
isn't he?
leaves and all
Ray,
that.
Ray Mears is like the smartest survivalist. Where you got Bear Grylls, Ray Mears. You got two direction. One scraggly rock full of fucking danger, and one nice path luxury and thing.
Cornwall stroll on
Ray,
the
Ray
coast.
Mears would go the like nice calm route, relaxing, have a nice cup of tea. Where Bear Grylls would just take you to death.
Yeah. No,
There's
but
like
I
a sign,
think
death,
it was
pleasure.
amazing how he built it. It was amazing, like just that
Ray
bit of
Mears
knowledge.
teaches SAS.
Yes, he
I've
does.
actually got a
Yeah.
book on the SAS. I never read it though. Maybe
I
this
d-
thing kicks off of Russia. I'll start fucking reading it.
Yeah, we start reading it. Live on the
There you
little
go, how'd
island
you
of Rough Black
fucking-
Lake.
How'd you overcome the end of the world though? You'd be more than an SAS book.
Well, it's pretty hard when you're dead.
Exactly.
Come on, that's a
How to
lovely
survive
flash.
dead.
Boom.
Yeah, play dead like a bear's attacking you.
Well, look on the.
Why people lie to
Imagine how you play dead and you survive the end of the world. Like, oh, it actually fucking worked.
Imagine.
Wow.
What was that film, guys? And that's what happened.
You're
do they know?
Yeah, but you're nobody fucking to tell though.
Yeah, I
They're all
know.
dead.
Look, look.
Guess what? Never mind.
On 28 days
You didn't
later, he
read the
does that,
book, did
doesn't he? He wakes up and like everyone's like dead.
Yeah.
28 days. That'd be horrible.
Good film that. I don't know. Sometimes I'd like peace and quiet.
Yeah, but Jim, you'd have to deal with zombies then.
You
When you're on your own,
anyway, mate.
but when you're on your own forever, there's no one to talk
But
to.
you're not
ever.
alone then, are you?
What do you mean?
Well, there's still life, isn't it?
Well,
No,
Yeah,
no. If everyone's James is on about if everyone's dead, like.
Yeah, but you said zombies, so
Oh yeah, yeah. I take.
the part of me would like the world to. I mean, obviously you're gonna miss your family, your loved ones, and all the rest of it. But
Oh, cheers, Jim.
But does a part of you like just want to roam around, just go, oh, there's nobody here, like,
Yeah, but like, just think, like, you wouldn't be able to do loads of stuff, would you?
like what?
Travel.
What can you do? You can travel, go wherever you want.
No, you can't, 'cause, like, when you get to the
you got loads of
ocean-
planes to choose from.
Well, you got
Yeah,
all
but you
the
have to
time.
learn how to. You'd have to learn how to fly, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you got time to do it. You're off
Yeah.
work. You got all day.
Yeah,
yeah,
try and error if you crash.
Well, the Wi-Fi's still working. You fucking saw it. It's YouTube.
yeah. You'd have ridiculous internet speeds. You'd be the only one using it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go absolutely
How to
insane.
fly a plane.
It'd
Yeah,
be like
imagine that.
off the Matrix, wouldn't it? You know when you just download everything.
I know how
I
to
actually right. Imagine the only person in the world's search history would be, how to make friends with nobody there or some fucking how to entertain oneself whilst you're the only fucking person on the planet.
Would you just?
How would you do that? How would you
Would
go?
you rob a bank or something?
But what do you eat?
Yeah.
You'd have to just grow your own stuff, wouldn't you?
No, there's plenty of storage units around. I know that obviously the power grids would fail at some point.
No, but like if everything's dead, of course animals are dead. Yeah.
I'm thinking about people. Oh, then again, what if fucking the lions get out like off I Am Legend? Fuck that. Yeah, you probably wouldn't survive, innit?
If people die, I'm sure animals are going to die.
Because all your water facilities would be someone would have to do all the water, wouldn't they?
Yeah, you'd have to start Bear Grylls in there with your water supply, wouldn't you?
Have to just go around filling up everyone's bars, wouldn't you?
You run out of socks.
Well, no, 'cause you go to
Well, socks
Asda. You go
storage.
to Asda. You'd have a lifetime supply of
Yeah, you'd be
socks.
sorted. Tin foods and all that. You could survive off that, and then hopefully the animals will come back. I don't know how that would happen.
Yeah, how would that
again,
happen?
we're talking about some bullshit theory because nobody knows how the fuck it happened.
We got off on a tangent.
Yeah, we just fantasized about the end of the world. This is all this Russia, Syria shit. Anyway,
I'm going to build an Anderson shelter, I think.
boys, we've done nearly an hour and a half.
You're going to build an Anderson shelter.
Well, that's what people did in the war, didn't they?
Yeah, but you think how long you got to stay in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go nuts.
You got a
Yeah.
cabin fever. The fuck people think, oh, like these preppers, right?
Yeah, preppers.
No offense, all right? It's a good idea, fair enough. But if
For-
a nuclear thing ever happened, you gotta spend years.
How
in
long does
that,
it take to
and
clear?
you can't breathe nice,
Yeah.
clear air. You need to use. Imagine that guy who on the plane takes a shit there. Yeah.
You'd be kicking him out of the shower.
I risk fucking radiation outside like that.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Or the breathing radiation in your fucking ass.
He'd be in his shelter.
I'll have
Some,
2 anuses. When I can take a shit.
he'd come to your shelter and he'd be like, "Oh, guys, yeah, funny story. I was the guy who got kicked out of that plane."
Get out.
He'd be banging on the door as his skin's melting.
Get out.
Like a skin be melting indoors.
Yeah, so how long does it take for radiation to
A
clear?
long years. And
10, 20 years? Or is it longer than that?
Well, you look at the Chernobyl still
Yeah,
blast
radiation.
out now.
Yeah.
Well, forever. And
And that place in Japan, wasn't it? The
Yeah,
radiation.
Fukushima.
Well, they reckon in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, where they dropped the atomic bombs in the Second World War, they reckon the ground was still affected then.
Yeah,
So you
it's
think
deadly
that's a long
stuff.
time.
Yeah, that's it. You're going to spend like 25 years plus in a shelter. No.
And you've got to think
You're
about
gonna
water
mur-
being
you're
one
gonna-
of the
You're
fucking-
going to murder. You're going to murder someone.
Yeah. No, you would. You got mental.
Yeah, you would. You'd
course
be
you
like,
would.
Imagine
freaking
us
cabin
stuck in this
fever.
room now.
That's why.
Imagine
Forever.
us stuck in this room for 30
That's,
years.
I don't think
that's
the
where these
counters go
preppers
far.
don't really think, unless they got an underground city,
Yeah.
and maybe, but if it's just him, his wife, and his kids, they're dead.
With the tin of baked
You're,
beans.
you're
Oh,
fucking
you killed your
dead.
family or something.
But it all depends what happens,
Nah, you
doesn't
got
it?
mental.
Like, if it was a nuclear war, then it's a different ball game. But if, like, I don't know, they were using non-nuclear weapons, and I guess
Why would you have a shelter?
Why the fuck do we create No, but like, why the fuck do we create these things we just can't
Yeah,
get rid
yeah,
of, like
which-
radiation? It's like radiation in chewing gum, right? Chewing gum everywhere. You can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
And that's with us to the end of fucking time.
and it's plastic in it, which takes
Plastic
like
now, yeah.
tens of thousands of years to disintegrate.
You know what? They've created something now, haven't they? Which can replace plastic. It feels like plastic.
Yeah,
But it's quite like what's the word?
like biodegradable, is it?
Yeah, it'll perish.
well, they've made this thing which is like leather, feels like leather, the texture, the strength of leather, and it's made from mushrooms.
There's a lot we can do, like mushrooms, hemp.
Yeah, hemp, yeah.
clothing apparently as well, cheap. And,
Well, hemp used to make last. A lot of
Yeah, they
canvases,
used
the
to, yeah,
painters used
yeah.
to be on books.
Yeah.
Everything.
so they made it illegal.
Yeah, and-
Well, I don't think it's illegal to like do like the papers and books and stuff like that. It's
Well,
that's
they-
just the blood. You know, it's the blood that people are interested in.
Yeah,
For the drug,
But
not the
I
fucking.
think, but I
leaves.
think what they've done is they painted it with such a bad picture. I think everything affected or associated with it, they've decided to kind of distance
No,
themselves.
you get hemp stuff, in shops, oils, hemp oils,
you?
and all
Whatever,
that. Yeah, of course you can.
yeah, 'cause do they make clothes out of hemp and stuff?
Yeah, but I think
They do,
but I
they
think what
do.
I'm saying is I think like big brands won't use it. You know, big clothing brands wouldn't use hemp or.
Yeah,
I know you can
It's
use it.
just-
And there's some things over it, but
because
I don't know why.
it's the THC that people.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But I'm just saying,
But
this
take-
weird approach to
But take
it.
out the THC, you just got a plant. You just got nothing.
Yeah, definitely. I totally
Guys, has anyone been watching the Commonwealth Games?
Nah.
I've got zero interest in that.
I don't give a fuck.
Apparently, Wales have had the best games they've ever had. Just kind
Oh,
of
yeah, we're seventh,
Meh.
aren't we?
seventh or
on
something.
the table
Yeah,
or something, yeah.
it's one of these things. It's kind of like
I didn't
I
know
think
it
it's
was
because
on.
it's been in Australia and it's all on in the morning, so I'm
Yeah.
like no interest.
I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. I don't care.
yeah, I'm not that bothered. Even the Olympics, I'm like a bit. Oh, right.
It depends what sports you like, and
Yeah.
some people just like one thing, some people like everything.
Well, when the Olympics was in Britain, I did go and watch the Great Britain team play. I think it was South Korea, and it was just like a bit. It was in the Millennium Stadium. Remember
But in what football?
football? It was in foot. They had a national. Remember they had a Great British team, and even that was just a bit like it was like a bit of a
Nah, the only sport I'm watching is the football.
yeah.
The
Cardiff
might-
City, the mighty Cardiff City,
Cardiff City now
second in the league.
Are they going to do
Yeah.
it?
So we're gonna get
Are they
promoted.
gonna do
Well, why not?
What-
We got
what's
the
the
players.
pointage on now then?
81.
Yeah, 81. I think
who's
we're
behind
a
them?
point ahead of
Yeah,
Fulham, didn't we?
just point ahead of Fulham.
Oh, that's dodgy ground though, boys.
Yeah,
Fulham,
but
like-
I think we're
So what's the playoff positions?
So basically, I'll pull the league up now. So Cardiff, we were lucky enough to signed the best manager in the world, fortunately for us.
No eyebrows, Neil Warnock.
Neil Warnock, he is a good manager. He's a very good manager. But basically, so yes, we're on 83 points.
83.
Fulham are on 82 points, but we got a game in hand. But Fulham have been on some mental run where they've won like 18 out of 20
Yeah.
games or
And
something like
Wolves
that.
on 93, are they?
95 they won today, didn't they?
Oh,
They won today. So Wolves are promoted, and to be fair, they're the best team in the league, so they deserve it. But no, we've done really, really well, and Neil Warnock's doing absolutely fantastic. The team are playing out their skins, and no, I reckon we might do it.
Happy days.
Cardiff City in the Premiership again.
how many games you got left to play? 5?
That's what I was thinking. It's
5 or 6?
we're on 82. We're on 82 games, and everyone else, because we had that game with Derby, didn't they? So there's 24 teams in the league. You play each other
They
twice.
haven't helped themselves,
We
have
don't
they?
play
They could have been
ourselves.
further ahead if a couple of errors and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
missed penalties and stuff like that.
Oh, that was. Did you see that game, Steve, or hear that game?
Which game?
It was against. It
Villa
was,
won it.
oh, was it Wolves? No, it was Philly. You're right.
Yeah, Villa,
Two
yeah.
penalties in the last 2 minutes, and we missed them both.
Ah, shocking.
You can't professional football.
Because it went on to be a draw, didn't it?
No, they lost.
No, it must have been Wolves then.
Was it?
That's what they played not so long ago.
Was it? It might have been Wolves. Yeah, it was 2 penalties, and Cardiff basically missed them both.
Was it a home game?
It was a home game. Yeah, it was
Wolves.
on Sky.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they had the
0-0
biggest,
with,
they had the biggest crowd there or something like that.
0-0
It was
with
a
Man
one-
United and West Brom.
0-0 still, is it?
Yeah. Come on, West Brom.
But yeah, and I remember Warnock after the game kicked off. He was like, F off to the man.
Yeah, it was Wolves.
It was Wolves, wasn't it? Yeah.
Was it because the way the manager reacted after the
Yeah,
game? was
so
it?
what happened apparently after the game, Neil Warnock went to shake his hand and he just legged it
Yeah,
off
'cause
and
remember
jumped on the pitch.
On the Friday you come from work, you had the football things and you had the manager of the Wolves. He's like shaking hands with everyone.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because that was the aftermath, wasn't it? Yeah.
But he was
I
kicking
don't
off.
blame him, though, because what a cunty thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, like as a manager, you've got to
Like
have respect
professional.
and you shake his hand and
Absolutely.
then run on the pitch and celebrate,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'd just to rub it in their faces, but Neil Warnock wouldn't stand for that shit, would he?
No, and he's a very good manager, Neil Warnock. You know, he's got a team. We're not an exceptional team, but I think we are a team.
So what about the mighty Liverpool Champions League? What's going on, boys?
Yeah, they're doing well. I think they might Real Madrid Liverpool final.
Do you reckon?
Liverpool, they're a different beast in Europe, isn't they?
I think it's something in their genetics. They just remember the good old days.
There's like the bad thing, like you say, you got no interest in like in Olympics and cover. I just have no interest in football.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Steve, it's the mighty Cardiff City.
Oh no, I like the Cardiff do well.
Full
Same I like
Cardiff,
do any Welsh side.
But that's the thing. I mean, I won't jump on the bandwagon if Cardiff go because I've not really supported Cardiff, and I'm a Cardiffian myself. But it's been Liverpool for me.
but
Yeah,
like-
but
But
I want to
do-
do well,
I-
but I can't. I won't say I've been a Cardiff fan
Oh, I
for
know,
like
but you'd be
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah, no, but but there are people out there who go to every Cardiff game,
Yeah.
pay money, go see them,
Yeah.
and they deserve this promotion.
Yeah.
They deserve
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
to watch then Premier League teams play. I can't jump on that bandwagon when I've not supported them all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
that's what happened when they went out to the Premiership. They had like these biggest, only because they wanted to see the other side team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, this
yeah.
is the thing. But do you think that's a bad thing, though, guys?
What's that now? Well, not
Like,
supporting your
yeah,
local. Well, it depends. I mean, I wouldn't say I was told not to support Cardiff because
Because they weren't doing well.
No, because
Yeah.
no, but within my house growing up, it was Liverpool and Cardiff, and obviously we went to see Cardiff in the old, stadium
Union
and
Park.
some cold nights there. Remember Christmas time, we went with our friend dressed up as Father Christmas, and it's fucking freezing. It was like League 3 or something like
Yeah.
that, and we'd go to watch him play. But it was predominantly Liverpool growing
Yeah.
up for me, and that was kind of the regular viewing and the
Well,
supporting,
yeah, that's
and
what I'm telling you. It would have been more the
Exactly, yeah.
the
so
Division 1
it's
back
just
then, wasn't it?
circumstances, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always kept an eye out for Cardiff. I've always enjoyed watching them play, and I definitely support them. But I'm not a diehard fan.
But like Steve said, Cardiff, they've had such a turbulent past, haven't they? Like, I remember the days when we used to go and they were in the old Division 3 playing people like York and getting
absolutely.
battered 4-0.
Yeah.
And I remember, I've always been a Cardiff City fan. I've always tried to go down as
Yeah.
much as I can. It's not hard. I obviously work in the weekends, so it's hard for me to go. But now, like you said, Steve, there was all that thing about changing the team to red and things. And I remember years and years ago when Cardiff, that was awful. That put a lot of people off because years ago they said if people renew their tickets early, they'll put all the money into player funds. I remember they used it all to pay a tax bill.
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
Well,
That put a lot of people off, and I think they haven't been run very well for a long time. But then again,
You remember they give the guy who painted the stadium a job?
oh, that was weird, wasn't he? And he had no qualification. He couldn't work
Yeah.
here, could he? It was really weird. But again, you know, to be fair, like people slag Vincent Han off, but if you had hundreds of millions of pounds, I don't suppose most people would throw their money to a football club because there's no money in football.
Well, yeah,
like
but there's also no guarantees. You could lose it
No,
all.
yeah,
couldn't
you
you
could.
spend a lot of money on players
Yeah.
and that, and
yeah,
you know you could fail.
miserably.
I remember there was a show on Channel 4 how to buy a football club.
That's right.
Oh, right, yeah, I
And
saw
to be
that.
honest, if you've got money,
Easy.
fucking easy.
Yeah. Would you throw your money in
And
the
then
club?
they had the like Swansea to sail or stuff.
Yeah.
I think you have to have
All
significant money, though, innit?
Sunderland,
Yeah, yeah.
all that.
You couldn't go in for like Man United.
It was
like
all in
2
Asia,
million.
and Brian Robson was part of it.
Yeah,
Yes,
so,
yes, I remember. Yeah, but no, you're right, James. You know, you do need a lot of money. Like you need deep pockets, don't you? If you're
So
running a football
playoff
club.
positions now. I mean, obviously Wolves will probably go up.
Yeah, and then it's basically it's between us, Villa, and Fulham for
Yeah,
automatic.
but if Cardiff win every game,
Yeah, it's in our
they-
hands
they'll be
basically. Yeah,
guaranteed.
So,
So, how,
so as
many
long as we can get
how many
games
games?
left.
4 or 5 in it.
How many games will he have to win to
Well-
guarantee?
Well, I think so. There's
second spot.
24 teams in the league.
I think they have to win
Play each
every
other
one.
twice.
I mean, if Fulham's
Unless Fulham loses,
unless Fulham loses and stuff, they have to win every game. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
But I think there's 36 games in the league, is it? There's 24 teams in the
like
league.
is Man
play each other
City won the
twice.
Premier now? Are they
Yeah.
celebrating now?
It depends how Man United do. If Man United win today, there's still a chance.
Yeah, it's
slim
But that
chance.
won't. Yeah, but that won't. That won't. That won't.
They're too. It's like 10 points.
I think if they win the next few Premier League games now,
they
they'll
must have a
definitely get
bad
it.
run for that to happen.
Well, I think
God,
Cardiff got
yeah.
3 more games. 3 more games,
To
and
guarantee
basically
them,
they're a
is it?
point ahead.
It's like now we're top 4 with. I mean, Spurs losing was
With 4
fantastic
games.
for us. For Liverpool, we got a game in hand though. Man United, fair play. They got a couple of games in hand over us.
Are
They've,
they?
Two,
yeah,
innit?
they're playing their 33rd now, so that'll be 74 if they win today. Yeah, Manchester City, they've pretty
won
much.
it. Yeah, they've
that's
won it.
quite a high points. That's usually what
Yeah.
87 points is usually what it takes to win the league.
Yeah.
And
Imagine having that.
they're
that
gonna do
like,
90 odd points. I reckon
yeah.
they're gonna get this season.
Imagine having that much money though, like footballers' wages. What would you do with it? Would you be a right bastard?
I think,
Steve would.
But
Steve would.
I think that's the problem with footballers. They got too much money and too much time.
Yeah.
And then after their career ends, and let's face it, it's quite a young age.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's our ages now. We'll be pundits on fucking Sky Sports, won't
It's
we?
true, no, it's true. We
We'll be
think
doing
about our
punditry
age,
right
we would
about
have
now.
been retired a couple of years.
Right, it'd be like fucking Dean Saunders. We'll be like Gerard and Carragher.
Spitting and everything.
But no, but it's.
no, you're right.
But again, they have a lot of money. That's why they need to do the punditry or
Yeah.
do something else. Get into
But wouldn't
coaching.
you think, especially nowadays, though, right? You get these players who are on hundreds of thousands of pounds a week for like 10, 15 years.
Hmm.
That should be enough money to set you up for the rest of your life, shouldn't it?
Well, ideally, they'd be putting money away, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah.
Investing.
But how much really do they have that money?
Well, you have to pay tax. So say you're on 200 grand a week, right? What's tax? Is it 20%? Oh, no, it's more, isn't it?
Is it 17 point something, isn't it?
No, I think it's more.
Or if you earn over a
Yeah.
certain thing.
Boys, they have special accountants to
Yeah.
get them past all that kind of shit. They have people, I guarantee you, if you're earning over a certain amount of money, you have an accountant that's sorting you
yeah,
out.
yeah.
And if you've got a level head on you, and I dare say clubs talk with their players about this as well, especially the young players, about managing themselves in terms
Trying to
of
ground them, eh?
ground them, yeah, definitely. Because it is a lot of money. And you do have a lot of time. And that's why you find a lot of these guys have businesses on the side. How many footballers now in their mid-20s to late 20s have businesses going
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they have a lot of time to think about it. They only fucking train 3 times a week.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, probably only an hour or two a
And
day,
every
if
time
that.
you see that, they're just going.
Yeah, they're just
rolling on the
stretching.
floor an hour and a half.
Well, no, but they literally, but they should go out for a couple of hours, 3 times a week, and they have a big game then. I mean, think how much time you have on your hands. You have a lot of fucking time on your hands.
Well, yeah, it's mental. it's absolutely insane. But you would think that, yeah, it's like that combination is to have loads of money. No one's going to ever tell you no, will they? No one will tell you no.
Well, that's the trouble, isn't it?
Yeah, and you just think to yourself, yeah, you've got all this money. No one's ever going to tell you no. A lot of time in your hands.
Oh, absolutely,
And
mate.
women, no doubt, throwing themselves at you and your family. Just basically everyone doing whatever you want to do, isn't it? Whenever
Yeah.
you want to do it.
It's a dream, bro. It's a dream.
Yeah, living the dream.
Trying to get my son into football, I think.
Yeah.
Live,
Well, I was
live
thinking-
that dream for him then.
I was thinking, guys, right? If I train
it's
Alfie
depressing
now,
when he can do barely 2 volleys. Like, oh, fuck.
come on, work
Come
harder.
on, mate. Get a 3rd volley in.
If I get Alfie playing now, if I start him now, he's only 1.
Hmm.
If he gets kicking the ball around, I could retire in like if he's a Michael Owen at
Yeah.
16, I could retire in like 16 years.
Imagine he breaks into like first team Premier League. You know,
Oh, brilliant! I'd retire.
fucking Claire, we're in on it. This is the money.
Claire, give him anything he wants.
Yeah, yeah,
PlayStation 2, yes sir.
yeah. Practice on FIFA.
Yeah.
Right, I gotta go. I got stuff
Yes.
to do, people. Right, that's
So-
been episode 7.
And hopefully next week we'll have Chris and a guest.
Well, we keep
yeah,
promising this thing,
yeah.
right? You
Yes.
pointed out to me the other day, every episode since fucking episode 5, I think we promised a special guest appearance.
yeah.
Or maybe not, but definitely episode 6. So we're not going to promise.
No, but we could
We're
do.
definitely looking to get in a special.
But we may have Chris back.
Yeah, Chris hopefully should be back next
Yes,
week.
hopefully. Yeah, he
And
should be back next
We are looking to get our first guest.
Guys-
It's important Chris is here because it's a conspiracy themed guest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to that. But until then, that's
Ciao
us
for
done.
now.
Oh,
Ciao.
yeah, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes, Lad Chat Podcast. Email us, any info. Just want to rant, rave, comment, fucking whatever. Ladchatpodcast@yahoo.com. Okay, that's us done. Goodbye.
Cheers.